Oh, this is gonna be rough because I have some serious hiccups right now, and a very slight cough, and the combination is not going to be ideal. I did mess around with my audio settings a little bit. So I think it sounds a little better, not great. It depends on like how close I am to the microphone or how far back. I don't know. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah. Didn't I? I always wear headphones when I stream. Every time. Watch any of my streams. Yeah. Go watch any of my streams right now. I wear headphones in every stream. Unless I literally woke up in an alternate dimension. I have to go check. Yeah, I'm wearing headphones in... Oh, excuse me. In this stream. Oh, the worst part is when I hiccup, my belly bounces off my desk. And, it's gonna sound like... Oh, my camera's shaking. Oh, boy. Well. It seems as good a time as any to begin. Oh, right, I was gonna share my link. Oh, man, I hope these hiccups pass quick. This is not ideal. Because we still have to, like, go talk to people. Trying to drink it away, but I don't know if water is going to be enough. I'd go as far as to say water will definitely not be enough. They hurt too. I found hiccups always hurt though. The captain went harrying off towards the throne room not so long ago. I warrant he's on his way to see the king. Rather think you could do with heading that way too. No doubt His Majesty will be impatient to congratulate you. Alright, to the king! Sup, Fu? Hello, Ace. You missed the little intro where I discussed about how I have the hiccups right now, and it hurts, and every time I hiccup, my belly bounces, and it sends my camera shaking like that. So, you got that to look forward to. Ah, there you are, Asta. I was starting to wonder where you'd got to. Captain Goodwing has been telling me all about your little adventure together. Capital stuff, just marvelous. Asta, Kiefer, Maribel, and Ruff. Oh, and you too, Goodwinding. Brothers, too. You two Goodwing brothers, too, of course. Thaddeus, Autonomous. Oh, they're brothers! Well, you brave heroes never once stopped straining your hearts, nerves, and sinews, and you fought true and brave. You have done your beloved kingdom proud, and on behalf of myself and all the subjects, I would like to thank you most sincerely. Thank you for your kind words, Your Majesty, but I was merely doing my duty. Now, your efforts above and beyond the call of duty deserve a reward. If it is within my power to give, name it and it shall be yours. I do not require baubles or gewgaws, Your Majesty. To serve the king and country is more than a reward enough. I would ask that you bestow any reward you feel due to me, to my brother, and these brave soldiers in my stead. I don't want anything from you people. In fact, I don't think I can stand another minute of this tedious rigmarole, if you'll excuse me. Autonomous, wait! Oh, she's after him. If I may proceed, Asta, for your gallant band's service to the kingdom, allow me to present you with this. What's he gonna give us? What's he gonna give us? This knife has long been a treasure of the royal family. It possesses the power to paralyze enemies as you strike them. I am certain it will serve you well. Oh my. The poison moth knife. Okay. At the risk of repeating myself, I would like once again to take this opportunity to thank you all. Our kingdom is in your debt. Thank you, your majesty. Now, if I may be excused. It's kind of weird to start on this note in the game. It feels like weird to be starting with the congratulations or the thanks for helping us. Kind of okay, it's time to go back. Who can use this? Maribel can, but it's single target. And that's not what we want right now. So we'll give it to her. No on the equip for now. I do want my boomerang back on, though. In a way, though, it almost feels better to just use these single-hit weapons if they're going to be stronger. I don't know. Is this good for anyone else? No. Okay. So we're supposed to be getting back to our world then, are we? Alright, well, back to our world we go. We're probably alright to hit a few encounters on the way. By the way, how was your day today, Ace? Anything interesting happen? Well, we could have done with, arrested an inn or something. Cheapers. Oh, Maribel's up. Good for her. I accomplished much today for securing a job and applied for EI. Nice. What all did you accomplish in the line of acquiring a new job? I'm curious. I'll hit a few more encounters on the way. Oops. Change my mind again. I'm gonna go back to this. Let's see how we fare in a fight when we have this set up. Of course, now I got everyone on single attack, and it's like, whoa, 17 didn't kill him. Oh, same enemy. Fools. Fools. Oh, I didn't kill him either. Shoot. I thought my single target melee would do better than that. It's quite a powerful weapon after all. Well, what can be done about it? Well, I got in contact with someone from employment service. They're helping me find an apprenticeship within my preferred commuting distance. Do they have like an estimate on when that'll come through? Or is it just sort of like, oh, it's up in the air till whenever kind of thing? So I do. How do you even get in contact with someone from, why do you not have that emote? Hypers? Because no one's ever asked me for it. Yeah, you looked like a fool before. You don't have to worry about that. Nope, not what I want. Nope, not what I want. Here we go. Why do I forget how to... Oh, here we go. There we are, there we are. And then I just have to go here. Wait for it. Wait for it. Okay, there we go. Also, I'm under the impression it's a service available to everyone, but my last employer put me in contact with them when I started, so I already had an in. Ah, okay. There, is that what you were looking for? East this time. Alright, we have to head east. Let me refresh. There you go. Feel good? Wait, I don't know why I wouldn't just zoom. Estad's always a safe bet. We really do need to rest at some point, though, because we're low on resources. I was using hands, and then I remembered about hypers. Oh, well, there you go. Now you got them all. That is a huge island. Yes, board ship. Actually, we probably could have zoomed to this island. Might have been faster. I forgot about on the sea combat. You're weak. Sit. There we go. Wait, where am I heading? Oh, right here. Oh, yes, the rocky outcrop. However shall I approach? Perhaps here? A barracuda and a death cargo. Death cargo. The puns in these games need to stop. but also not stop at all. Alright, so why is there all this new land here? This is all fresh. They 100% do not. I know. Death card go, though. Come on. I actually love that. Somehow, after all this time, the puns still do not cease to amaze me. The Institute of Autonomy Tree. Oh, that's a flashing Flasherton. No response from master received. No movement detected. Soup temperature critically low. Commencing reheating procedure. Jeez, this robot's still going. Generations later. My goodness. Well, puns are bad jokes, but good puns are excellent wordplay. Yeah. You're not wrong. A hairband. Those are like the bones of automaton. Must administer hot soup. Soup will ensure revival. This poor robot. That's sad. I'm devastated, actually, for this guy. And the poor robot. It just wants to serve its master. Okay, there's supposed to be a shard around here. Wait, what's wrong with the robot? Well, so that was the robot from the past. We're in the future now. Like, we're in the present day, I guess we should say. And that robot, he built that robot to sort of, like, replace his, like, girlfriend, I guess. And the robot is now, like, it's still trying to take care of him, even though he's long dead. So it's trying to cook soup because it thinks that he's like sick because his temperature is wrong but I guess he made the robot very long lasting because it's still here. Oh, there's my shard. All these vacuums are in disrepair. Saddest, yeah, it really is. Okay. Well, we got the red fragment. I wonder if all the robots are in, like, complete disrepair now. Like, the future of robotics is not all that great. Ah, secret hidden chest. You thought... See the Brazilians? And 22, 22, 26, 20. By 5, wow. Anything off in the distance there? I don't think it's worth going all the way over. So here's the castle. So might as well go in and see what's going on here. Oh, I say, hello there. Welcome to the realm of King Faraday the VII, the kingest king you've ever did see. Alright. Oh, something's going on in here. Let's get things underway, shall we? Flick that switch, will you? Right you are. Oh. Damnation, this simply won't do. Switch it off, man. Yes, sir, right away. You fools, you never figured out how robots work. Ooh, scale armor. Wait. Who's that good for? Anyone? Oh, everyone has it, don't they? Yep. Classic Schmosby. Practical mechanics. Dash it all! It's just not the cheese, is it? Why don't these blessed things walk? Gah, another entry into a Burgeon. Why can't I read this word? Burgeoning? Burgeoning? Why is this word eluding me? I can't pronounce E then O. Why? Burgeoning? I don't like that word. I'm looking it up. Beginning to grow increasingly rapid or flourishing. Burgeoning. Burgeoning, okay. Yeah, I don't like that word. Another burgeoning catalog of failures. It seems making mechanical man is simply an impossible dream. We were able to construct an automated debris aspirator, but we had a model to work from. But a fully ambulatory anthropomorphic mechanoid based on the same technology, well, that's a new pair of boots altogether. Simply reusing the same mechanisms and adding a pair of legs is clearly not going to do the trick. Our basic premise is flawed, I fear. We humans are able to support ourselves on two legs, but it doesn't necessarily follow that a machine can be built to do so. But what is it that we have and the machine lacks? How do we humans manage to get about on two legs without falling over? This kingdom has fallen into fools and gadabouts. Like, why does nobody know how robots work anymore? Beep, beep, beep. Let's check for pee and poo on the walls. None over here. Hello there. I take it you're another one of the scholar chaps the king's been summoning to the castle left, right, and center? No. Makes sense. The more I look at you, the less you seem like the studious sort. Don't get the wrong way, of course. Never could keep the old sauce box under control. Old flappy mouth, that's me. Never heard of anyone describing their own mouth as a saucy box. So, I take it you're travelers, Yep. Well, clear out your lug holes and listen up. As you're new here, there's something you should know. The area to the west of here is strictly out of bounds. Always has been, and always will be. No one, under any circumstances, with no exception whatsoever, is allowed to set foot there. Ever. Understood. I know what you're thinking. Sounds intriguing. I shall head over there and have a nose around right away. Well, don't. You've been warned. Should we tell him we just came from the west? Wonder if those brain boxes the king has employed will ever crack it and create a fully operational mechanical man. Of course, even if they do, it won't make we guards' lives any easier. King Faraday's dead against using them for any military purposes whatsoever, you see. Seems rather a shame, but His Majesty believes that using them in battle just wouldn't be cricket. He's a man of principles, and we must respect that. If you must. There is a shard around here somewhere, and I will find it. Oh, the robot cleaned up the corner, I guess. Hello and welcome to Faraday Castle. Feel free to poodle around and do some rubbernecking. We only ask that you do not brace, badger, or otherwise bother our beloved king. Dash my rig. Real live travelers. We don't get your sort around here very often. Well, feel free to roam the castle grounds. There's plenty to see. Okay. If you're looking for His Majesty, you'll find him directly above us. Well, it's not like there's anywhere else to go in this place. His Majesty is a little tied up at the moment. Perhaps this could wait until later. Oh, no choice. Upon my life, do you really mean to tell me that you still haven't done as I asked? Is this the sum total of wisdom in our realm? How many of you will it take before we have progress? This simply will not do. It's a dashing disgrace. How am I meant to look His Majesty in the eye? You mustn't get so agitated, old man. We wouldn't want your gout flaring up again, would we? I fear it is I who am at fault. I apologize. I've been altogether too immoderate with my demands. But Your Majesty, you owe them no apology. This gaggle of ignoramuses? Ignoramuses? I don't like the big words this game uses. The themes feel childish, but the words feel adult. These so-called scholars are the ones to blame here. No, I expected too much. After our early success with the aspirators, I had assumed that things would progress at the same heady pace. That was foolish of me. Yeah, sure was, buddy. Woo. Oh, we all love a nice clean carpet, as clean can be. Take your silly machines to market. All you need is good old me. Those automated cleaning whatchamacallits do a passable job, but I'm forever finding spots they've managed to miss. Well, it isn't a word used often. That's what I'm saying, though. Big word, like adult words are words not used often. No, to get things really clean, you need the human touch. If you say so. Noble garb. I don't think noble garb would be a bonus for anybody, would it? Oh, it would. For Kiefer. I guess he is a prince, so it makes sense. Hello, King. Ah, so we have visitors in our midst. I welcome you to my humble domain. You come to us at an exciting time. My subjects are currently striving to place our realm on the forefront of technological progress. You may return to the rulers of your land and tell them this. If they wish to march with us into the brave new future, we will gladly welcome them on our journey to a paradise of convenience and ease. Which reminds me, you gentlemen may return to your research. Your Majesty, it's... Now, my good man, take a few deep breaths and compose yourself. Yes, Your Majesty. Thank you, Your Majesty. I bring important news. We finally found one, Your Majesty, a mechanical man from ancient times. Can this really be true? Yes, Your Majesty, there's no mistake. I assure you, we found it in the far west of the kingdom, Your Majesty. Oh, so you ignored the received wisdom of centuries and ventured into no man's land, did you? Well, now we know what it has been hiding all these years. No, starts hyperventilating. Take a few deep breaths and calm down. I refuse. Things are getting interesting. Muster the troops. We depart immediately. You, man, will you guide me personally to the place of which you speak? Yes, Your Majesty. Ever so sorry for the interruption. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must prepare to depart. Exciting developments are afoot. You're most welcome to stay and enjoy all the castle has to offer. Farewell for now. I will join the men and depart immediately. I leave matters here in your capable hands, Minister. Yes, Your Majesty. Of course, Your Majesty. Do take care as you go. Something later. Alright, well, there's a whole castle to explore, and only 4 of us to do it. Let's go! Ah, lovely. I've just been polishing the flagstones here. Keeping this old castle clean has been my life's work. Keep it spotless, man and boy, I have. Of course, nowadays you've got these cold-hearted little ting devils doing the work without asking for anything in return. If things carry on like this much longer, there won't be any work left for the likes of me. Well, I'm not going to let them beat me at my own game. I'll polish this place till me knuckles bleed. Now, where's that scourer? Scourer? Scribbity-bop-bop. 2 gold. Or not 2 gold. I know it's not the done thing to gossip, but I heard those scullery chats discussing something dashed interesting, and I just had to share it with someone. Apparently, in the dim and distant past, our green and pleasant kingdom was attacked by mechanical men. Would you believe it? Sounds like it was a pretty close-run thing, but our ancestors emerged victorious and decided to do away with every man jack of the clockwork contrivances. It's a crying shame, don't you think? If they'd left just one of them intact, we could have used it to help us build an iron soldier of our own. I suppose. But they were too dangerous to be left alive. Oh no, here comes the Ons. It was only a matter of time. Alright, what do we have in here? Dead end. Empty pots. Oh, heavens to Betsby! It stopped moving! What am I going to do? It must have sucked up something that didn't agree with it, poor thing. Meow meow! Oh, I hope it didn't suck up the kittens. Yikes. Mini metal! The automated debris aspirator we excavated from the castle catacombs is fantastically well-crafted device. Whomever constructed it was vastly superior to ourselves in terms of engineering, acumen, and technical prowess. But that makes it even more peculiar that whoever it was should have left no record of their existence. It is rather an alarming gap in history of the kingdom, to say the least. Come on, why do I get so yawny? Since arriving here, I have been delving into this kingdom's past. The intriguing thing is that all historical records appear to stop dead at the same point. It's almost as if they're trying to erase the memory of something altogether. Indeed. Oh, pot. Pot. I don't want to talk to you again. I already spoke to you. Give up. Go away. Go away. I want to talk to the nice lady. Bah, it's been nothing but hard-grafted elbow grease since those scullery sorts arrived. They keep demanding dishes that will make their brains bigger and help them think faster. Would you credit it? Is eating the right supper going to magically make you invent something? That don't sound like science to me. Sounds like bally tummy rot. Indeed. Indeed, indeed. Dead-end. Dead-end. Oh, nice. We can open this. Couldn't come in here before. Oh, there's the king. Ah, we're close. Oh, hello there. Welcome to the castle dungeon. Well, it's not much of a dungeon, I suppose. For a start, no one's been locked up here in gosh knows how long. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I don't even think there's a lock on the door. If you want to poke your nose in, I shan't stop you. That looks like a green fragment. Nice. It's another fragment. Done. Done and got. Can you imagine, like, we're just stuck in here? You're a cruel game. Okay. Imagine if the king found a way to making a clockwork contrivance that resembled me in every respect, right down to the finest detail. It would look like me, but it would never and could never be me. With enough ingenuity, one may perhaps replicate the human body, but the soul, never. Yeah, never. That's impossible. There's a vacuum cleaner robots all over the place. Tell me, have you ever ventured out to the west of the kingdom? Yes. I say, so you've been all the way to the Cape too, I take it? I went there once myself. Many moons ago, I was young and brimming with the spirit of adventure. I must warn you, it's haunted. Not a soul lives there, but nonetheless, there's a little house, and if one listens carefully, just talking about it makes me come overall peculiar. It was a voice, but not a human voice, not a voice from this world at all, if you ask me. You telling us that? We've been there, old man. How many times we got to teach you this lesson, old man? Golly, it's a scorcher. Just the day for a nice picnic and no mistake. Yes, a visit to that spot by the coast out west would be just a ticket, but of course we're not allowed to go there. I feel like the game is going to actually want us to go back there. Okay. Door! Some of these doors have ridiculous collision. Yeah, I think we gotta go and trigger another cutscene, talk to the king again, probably end up going out west, even though we've already been there. Oh, sorry, one second, right back. I'm back. Carther didn't go very far, as you know. Okay. Men, the day we've been waiting for... Oh, wrong voice. The men the day we've been waiting for has finally arrived. The mechanical man has been located. Make preparations to depart for no man's land to the west at once. I say, hold on just a second. Your Majesty, wait, you cannot go there, you mustn't. Come now, Ambrose, what the dickens has gotten into you? We finally found one of the automated soldiers we've been seeking for so long. Our dreams are about to become a reality at last. You should be as pleased as I am, surely. Your Majesty, I wish I could explain, really I do. Alas, all I can say is that you must call off your expedition immediately. Are you completely off your chump, Ambrose? I'll bring you a nice souvenir, I promise. Come on, you lot. Oh, dear. Excuse me, could I trouble you for a moment? I know it's none of your concern, but I'm at a loss as to who else to ask. The cape far to the west of the castle has been designated a no man's land for centuries, you see. No one is permitted to enter under any circumstances whatsoever, no matter what the reason may be. It's my duty to see that the ban on entry is upheld, and I'm rather too much of an old lump to catch up with them. You couldn't chase the king down and stop him, could you? I know it's rather out of the blue, but you'd be doing an old man a service he wouldn't forget in a hurry. Yeah, we know what happens. Those things are evil. We gotta go. Wait, Your Majesty, wait. We gotta go stop them. Watch, they hadn't left yet. That would be a big old SMH. Let's see. Oh, maybe they aren't here yet. No, they're not. Where are they? Where do these folks keep going? Well, I don't know if we popped these barrels. I'm pretty sure we did, but we gotta pop them again. Pop, pop. Where are these mad lads? We headed west. We're here. He's not here. Maybe we need to read the sign or something? Where in the blazes did the king go? How do you track a guy like this down who just vanishes? Like, alright, we're going on an expedition. It says he went west. We went west. Where the heck did they go? I'm so confused. I don't know why this game is confusing me right now, but I don't understand what's happening. They literally said, like, go west, basically, and we went west, and there was nothing there. Unless they were, like, literally in the other direction, and we just didn't look there. But, like, that's all that's west. There's the chest there. There's the one house. Unless they all went up past the purple, but... even these guys didn't seem that daft. Like, they're literally not here. The heck? Okay. Okay, so what you're supposed to do is really weird and doesn't make any sense, but I'm just gonna do it. I might have to make a tea. Things are getting sleepy around here. Oh. Whoops. I am so very confused. This game, I was literally thinking earlier today, like complimenting this game on how it's very good at being clear. Very clear about where to go and what to do. Thanks. Okay, wait. Try to leave them. Return to the audience chamber in Faraday Castle. Go back to the room where you picked up the green fragment and talk to Ambrose and saw inside. Okay. So apparently we're supposed to go back here to find Ambrose? He's not here. Come on! Why is this unclear? Where the heck is everybody? Of course, they got nothing to say. Brutal. Where did Ambrose go? He's gone. Not here. I'm so confused. Apparently up here? No. I don't get it. I don't understand in the slightest bit. Somehow the guides made it, like, this is what this guide says. Okay, so returning to the audience chamber and speak. So this was like the order of things you're supposed to do. Speak with the king, head downstairs, talk to the man, Ambrose, then exit the castle. Go to the Institute of Autometry. Then it says leave. Return to the audience chamber in Faraday Castle, which is up here. There's nothing there. Then it says go back to the room where you picked up the green fragment and talk to Ambrose inside. He wasn't there. Run over to the guardhouse. Okay, maybe we can find his granddaughter in the guardhouse? Just like everything this guide says should be happening is not happening. So I don't understand. Like, there's no granddaughter here. My mind's exploding right now. I don't understand in the slightest bit what this game expects me to do. Oh, I know what it is. I know what I messed up. I know exactly what I messed up. Okay. You're probably supposed to trigger the Ellie animation, which I've already seen, so I avoided it. You probably have to watch that to get that trigger, and then they'll send you the other thing. I don't know. I hate that if you go to places in the wrong order, it makes everything very confusing for later. Because, like, they literally said the king is coming here, so when I didn't see the king, I thought, like, I must have missed something. Like, where's the king? Because I've run to and from here 3 times and he hasn't made it. So where the heck is the king? That's probably the trigger. That's so frustrating. Yeah. Oh, what do we have here? Are you not aware this is strictly forbidden to enter this place? Well, we can't very well help it if the odd traveler wanders in by mistake, I suppose. I shan't make a fuss of this one. And besides, I wouldn't be surprised if old Ambrose put you up to it anyways. You shouldn't listen to him, you know. Now be a good fellow and stand aside. We wouldn't want Ambrose and yourself to be inconvenienced for obstructing the crown now, would we? Quickly, before I lose my unflappable royal rag. It's true, an actual mechanical man, as I live and breathe. And it appears to be fully operational. I can scarcely believe it. Marvelous, just marvelous. This perfectly preserved specimen will be an incalculable boon to our research. Guards, escort our clockwork friend back to the castle without delay. Under no circumstances are you to manhandle it, is that clear? This is a national treasure of the First Order. Yes, Your Majesty. Now, my dear, there's no need to be frightened. Come along, and we'll take you somewhere nice. Master, motionless, must administer soup. Soup will ensure revival. Soup, you say? Well, if it's soup you're after, we've buckets of the stuff up at the castle. Come along now, follow me. Fresh soup required, possible source identified, investigating. Away it goes. So this is the man behind it all, the visionary, the mechanical genius. I hope you will not object to us building on your achievements. Truly, we will be standing on the shoulders of a giant. So it seems some light is finally to be shed on the mysteries of all those blank centuries. You are present at an epochal moment in our kingdom's history. But time awaits no man, and it is my task to fire up the engines of progress. A brighter future for mankind glimmers on the horizon. We must set our sights on reaching it. Did the water boil? Oh, okay. Alright, now we must quickly get back to Faraday Castle. Go, 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 go! Zoop! We made it. We've arrived. Alright, what's going on? What's happening? Now let's begin, shall we? Yes, let's get started. Now we believe this flagged protuberance here is what enables the contraption to stand on its own 2 feet. Shall we try detaching it and see, in the interest of science, of course? Certainly, I don't see why not. Your Majesty, I must ask you to call a halt to this barbarity immediately. We must allow Ellie to return home. Ellie, eh? So the contraption has a name. How does she, Ambrose? How very interesting. I've had a feeling for a while now that you know rather more than you've been letting on. It was the only thing I could think of that would explain why you were quite so agitated about our little expedition. Ever so sorry, but you leave me little choice. Call the guards. But Your Majesty, I mean, yes, Your Majesty, at once. Guards! Yes, Your Majesty. Escort Ambrose to the dungeon, will you? Ambrose, Your Majesty? Surely not, Your Majesty. Are you questioning the order given of your... Wait. Oh. Are you questioning the orders of your kingman? You heard me. Throw him in the dungeons this instant. Much as it pains me to do this, Ambrose, I'm afraid it must be done. You will languish a while at my pleasure. We must learn the secrets behind the mechanical man as quickly as we are able without interruption. As to what manner of vital information you have been holding back, I will discuss that with you later. Now take him away. Yes, Your Majesty. Alright, away he goes. Gods, one moment. There won't be any need to lock him in. Let's not make this any uglier than it has to be, Yes, Your Majesty. I wonder if I need to bring the microphone even up a little bit. I don't know if it's better if I was like really close to it like this. Maybe, but then it could get really loud and distorted. I'm curious. Hang on, let me try bringing the microphone up a little bit and see if it looks stupid or sounds stupid. I know it's always bugged me that it's like a little bit quiet. Alright, I don't know if this is going to be better or worse or something in between, but I'm trying it. Okay, so they just threw him in the dungeons. Probably gonna make my coffee drinking sounds louder. Oh, wrong way entirely. I think this way is actually the faster way there. Pull the lever, Kronk. Wrong lever. Ambro. I'm most awfully sorry. I really should never have dragged you into this at all. But now that you're involved, I'm afraid you're my only hope. Could I possibly trouble you for one last favor? Yes. Thanks ever so much. I appreciate it. I really do. Now, the truth of the matter is that Ellie up there was created by an ancestor of mine, fellow by the name of Autonomous. The poor girl wasn't able to get her head around the fact that he'd passed away, and has been doing her best to continue to look after him for all these centuries since his demise. Oh boy, it's a robot story. Yes, it is. We are in the future. Present, I should say. Present part of it. Also, welcome to the chat. The poor girl wasn't able to get her head around the... Oh, yeah, that's you. When I first saw her at it, and understood what was going on, I made a solemn vow never to allow her routine to be disturbed. Which is why you have to help me. We must get dear old Ellie back home where she belongs. Now she won't be going anywhere unless we can get her back on her feet. And without the vital components, those meddling nincompoops removed, that's not going to happen. Hey, thanks. Been a while since I played through Dragon Quest VII. Oh, okay. This is my first time playing through, as you probably can figure out from the title. I remember this story being nice, though. One of the ones that stuck out most in my memory. Oh, okay. It was definitely an intense story in the past section. And so far, the present section has been... Well, it started out sad, because so far all we've really learned is that the Ellie robot continued to look after Autonomous for centuries after he died. And it's sad. But it sounds like we're going to go on a mission to save her, so that makes me happy. Yeah, it's really sad, yeah. As luck would have it, I have a spare part back in Frobisher that might do the trick. It's called a globular pistotron, and with a little rejiggering, it should be just the ticket. I wonder if you'd be so kind as to go and fetch it for me. My granddaughter will be able to tell you where it is, and keep it under your hats. That's a good lad. Okay. I think we've already smashed all this stuff up, but played through most of this back in high school. I've never beaten it, though, because this game is just really long. Yeah, I've heard people say this game can take anywhere from like 1 to 200 hours, depending on how completionist-y you are. I'm not too completionist-y. I'm more like getting through the story. It's wild. Hey, hey, Crystal, Time Gear, how are you doing today? Welcome. I made it not super late. Yeah. We're still working on the robot story. We're in the future portion now. So, but if you are interested in seeing the game right through, Mr. Chapstick, I am planning on finishing it right now, so I'll come back and we got peeps again. Yes, indeed, Ace. But yeah, I'm planning on playing it right through. It's part of my like all the Dragon Quest games marathon, where I'm planning them I'm playing all of the games all the way through in order for the first time. So we're on to 7. Or we're a good chunk into 7 now. Okay, so we beelined it here, and he literally told us to talk to his granddaughter. Nice. I watched a lot of your Dragon Quest VI VODs, actually. Just haven't been able to catch a lot of them live. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you were finally able to catch one live. Dragon Quest VI was actually really fun. I had low expectations for that game because a lot of people rate it a bit lower on their lists. But I personally really enjoyed it. I really liked the vocation system. The characters were great. The story was a bit, like, all over the place for me. So I think, like, from a story perspective, it's a bit weak. But mechanically, it was really fun. And I did like the little stories that happened in between. But the overarching story, I think, was a bit weak for me. Okay, he told us to talk to his daughter, and I don't know where she is. So we're going to have to try to sort everything. My only Dragon Quest VI gripe is there are so many encounters. Yeah. I remember, and I think I had this problem in 5 a little bit too. But I found that the encounters impeded my ability to solve puzzles a little bit, because I would, like, by the time I actually figured out what was going on in a room, I'd be in an encounter, and then when I went back to look again, it's like, what's happening? Okay, she's not in here. I have no idea where she might be. Did he tell us where she is? Do we have to go back and ask him? I have no memory. It's weird because the encounter rate in 6 feels like it's ramped up even more than 4 and 5 on DS, but maybe I'm wrong. To be honest with you, I did so much vocation grinding that, like, compared to the whistle spell, the other normal encounter running into, like, didn't seem that bad. Try talking to him again? Yeah, I'm gonna run and talk to him again. Because, like, when I was doing vocation grinding, I'm just constantly whistling, which was constantly bringing in encounters, so by comparison to that, it felt a bit slow. Which could just be why it ended up being faster than maybe the other games, was it just felt faster because of that. If you could pile over to Frobisher and ask my granddaughter where to find the old... Oh, you know what? His granddaughter is in Frobisher. Shoot. I don't know why I thought she was here. Okay. Remember that this time, brain. If you'd be so kind. Speedrun tactics. Not actually speedrun, but it's a higher encounter rate than some of the other Dragon Quest games, but I don't remember it being super high. See, I'm finding, like, this game... Now, obviously, there's no enemies here to prove my point, but I find that there are monsters, like, you can get into really, really quick back-to-back battles in this game, with them being in, like, the open world and stuff. Glad you like Dragon Quest VI, though. I feel like it catches too much flack. Yeah, and you know what? I think part of it was my expectations were really low. And I really liked 5. So coming off of 5, like, I was really worried that 6 wouldn't, like, be it, but it was good. Dragon Quest 8 PS2 encounter rate feels positively sluggish compared to Dragon Quest 4 to 6. Hey, man. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna... Oh, yeah, I guess you're playing through that right now. How's that been going, Crystal? I mean, I can't ask too much because I'm worried about spoiling it for myself, but... I gotta figure out where... How odd, Grandfather went... Oh, this is lucky. I never landed on the first try. How odd, Grandfather went to the castle an awful long time ago, and he's still not back. What's that? You saw him? And he told you to get his special spare part. What special spare part could it be, I wonder? I'm afraid I haven't the foggiest. Wait, silly, you mean his super special buried treasure, don't you? Of course I know where that is. It's in an extra secret place that only we know about. He told me to remember it just in case he forgot. It's under the barrel near the stream. Just try digging there and you'll find it, but remember, it's a secret. So she said it's under... It's funny how non-random encounters can be actually more numerous than random encounters sometimes in this game when you're in a tight corridor. Yeah, and I kind of noticed that they seem to have designed it that way on purpose. Like, you end up in a tight corridor and you're hitting so many encounters. Did another session of it today without saying specifics. Got the third party member and went to town right after that. Okay. Now, I know a little bit about the game. Like, I know that the story is kind of about following a guy, kind of trying to catch up to a guy, or a portion of it is. And I know that it has very few playable characters compared to a lot of other games. So, digging. Okay, so try. Gotta get my notes. Digging. Beneath the barrel near the stream. You'd think this would be like an easy clue to remember, but by the time I get to any stream, I'll forget entirely. Curious to see which version of Dragon Quest VIII you'll be playing. That has been a hotly debated topic on the. And I say hotly debated, but I have been hotly debating it myself. I don't know which version to play. I recently played through the 3DS one again. And how did you find the 3DS one? Because I'm tempted to play the 3DS one, but I also really want to play the PS2 one. And they're similar enough that it's like, what do I do? Okay, there's a barrel by a stream. That's gotta be the one. How do I get over there? Just gotta climb over. I guess while I've got you here, which one would you recommend? Which version would you recommend? PS2 or 3DS for a first playthrough? Because I do intend on eventually playing the original release of every version of every game. So, to be honest with you, the main reason why I jumped to the 3DS version of 7 is because I had just played 6. I can't... Oh, I guess I have to examine it. I thought I had to break it. I had just finished playing 6 back-to-back 2D games, so I really wanted a 3D experience. 3D one is a very nice... 3DS version has its quality of life features and a lot less sluggish, plus has extra content. Only downside is presentation stuff like graphics / non-orchestrated music. So I can patch in the orchestrated music into the 3DS version, so I can get that. I have heard people say, though, that even though it's technically a remake / remaster, the graphics are worse because it's 3DS graphics versus the PS2 version, which was better. I'd recommend 3DS personally. The random encounter rate combined with the overworld kills me with the PS2 version. Okay. I mean, the other thing that helps is I've already got a setup for... Why is examine not working here? Maybe I need to be, like, here? Nothing there. Nothing there. Digging beneath the barrel near the stream. But I can't destroy this barrel. Is this the wrong barrel? I feel like this is the wrong barrel. Wait, what would be considered beneath? This would be beneath, right? It must be the wrong string. Oh, you know what? I bet I know what it is, actually. I bet you $10 Ruff has, like, an ability or something. Looks a lot better than on PS2. Menus are slicker and better on the 3DS, in my opinion, though. The 3DS art style still really holds up, though. Only really takes a hit in the overworld map areas, I think. Okay. I don't know why I went to attributes. I want to go to, I guess, magic. Ruff doesn't have any magic. Shoot, I kind of thought Ruff might have a digging ability or something. Am I... Nothing there. I feel like a fool right now. This is a barrel. This is a barrel by a river, right? Like, I'm not crazy. Also, Mr. Chapstick, I gotta say, your points there, I'm leaning a bit more towards 3DS for a first playthrough, just based off of the modern play of it. Like, modern menus, just the quality of life stuff, I think, would be a lot better for a first-time playthrough experience. And it's not like I'd be permanently missing out, because again, I will eventually, after I've played every Dragon Quest game at least once, I want to go back and then I want to play every Dragon Quest game in its original release form. Oh, there we go. I finally got it. There we go. I don't know why you weren't able to pick up the barrel. I feel like I was able to on my playthrough. Yeah, I think I was just standing too close to it or something. It was a weird hitbox. Yeah, 3DS was my first playthrough of the game, and it was a really good way of experience. It's a solid version. Hitbox is gonna be about fucky in this one. Yeah. You know what, Mr. Chapstick? I think you've kind of swayed me. I think I might do 3DS. And I mean, I can patch in the orchestrated version of the music, so I can get that experience. I think we'll just zoom back to the castle. I think we just need to talk to him now, right? You know what? We're here. Let's do a full walkthrough of this town village place. But let's maybe start outside. 3DS was also my first playthrough of the game, but I'm also thoroughly enjoying the PS2 version as well. 3DS has no random encounters too, which is a godsend. Definitely patch the orchestrated version if you're playing the 3DS version. Yeah, I will definitely do that. I did that for this game too. Like, this is the orchestrated version of the game. Both very good versions, can't go wrong with either. Actually, that was another thing with Chapstick that we had talked about, was that in the 3DS version of Dragon Quest VIII, they included... oh yeah, they have like the wandering monsters in the world, which I think is a huge plus for me. Welcome, jolly nice of you to come all the way out here, dear old Frobisher. Yep, yeah. Might as well do a quick in-stay. Yeah, definitely. That's my one gripe so far with PS2 version. It really just makes the world seem so much more alive. Like, it's so much cooler to see monsters roaming around in the world. It makes it feel dangerous. Like, when you're just walking around normally, it's like, whatever, but... I'm afraid that room's still in the process of being cleaned. Can you hear those winsome whines? It's music to my ears. It's so nice to have a helping hand with the chores. And it's all thanks to His Majesty. He had his team of eggheads build them for us, you see. We're ever so lucky to have him. He's a king in a million. I suppose. It's like, still going in, though. Can't stop me. There's nothing in here. Okay, never mind. I usually don't mind random encounters, but Dragon Quest VIII's overworld is just so astronomically large that it gets in the way. Spent like 3 hours in the first overworld area just looking for a random house. Oof. So I have that to look forward to, is what I'm hearing. It's a good thing this game is like 800 hours, I guess, because we are... Not 800, 100 hours. We're only 16 hours in, so we have a long way to go before we have to worry about all that stuff. Don't tell me you ain't from around these parts, are you? Don't look so bleeding surprised. It's obvious from what you're wearing is all. I must say I envy you getting to travel around these green and pleasant lands, seeing all the sights. I guess. Well, quite fortunate. Alright, Granny, what do you guys say?
It's awfully odd, isn't it? The way the town here is built, I mean. It's a bally fortress, really. Apparently it's due to there having been some kind of awful trouble back in olden days. But the rum thing is that no one seems to know exactly what happened. It's rather peculiar, don't you think? You'd think at least some records would remain.
Dragon Quest VII is the only mainline entry I haven't beaten, actually. Oh, wow. Yeah, well, I haven't beaten it yet, but like I was mentioning earlier, I've only gotten through 1 to 6, so still 4 more for me, because I don't think I'm going to do 10. Not till I've finished 11. It's too much work. And so the thing is, Father, I wasn't sure I say, have you no manners? Can't you see I'm in the midst of confessing my sins here? Oh, geez, sorry. Didn't mean to intrude. Do you know Japanese? If not, 10 might be tricky. I don't really know much Japanese. I've tried to learn it several times and drop it pretty quick. King Faraday VII is marvelous monarch, a veritable paragon of nobility. There's an English patch for 10. So I know there's like there's like a lot of fan-made tools for 10, but I don't know. I'm gonna stick to the main series, or not the main series, but like I'm gonna stick to the single-player West-released games for now. Is all the leading scholars in the kingdom laboring night and day to come up with ingenious devices to benefit all his subjects? I feel that I'm doing the same. Yeah. First fruit of their labors was a mechanical cleaning device you will no doubt have seen in our streets, spotless. And you can bet your britches there'll be plenty more where they came from. It's an absolute bally brick of a king, he really is. They say the king is trying to make some kind of clockwork person, or some such silliness. Surely it can't be done, it's against the natural order of things. But what if he manages it? I hope it's in the form of a lovely lady. Alright, buddy. That's enough out of you.
Wah! I just had the most awful dream. I fell into a pond and I was sure I was gonna drown and when I woke up my trousers were sopping wet. Maybe it wasn't a dream after all.
Yikes, kid, yikes. That's TMI. Much TMI. Thanks. But no thanks, kid. We're off. Blah. Fingers crossed there will be an official translation and release of the Dragon Quest X offline coming out in Japan soon. Still hoping that offline version of Dragon Quest X gets localization. Same brain cell. Yeah, I'm really hoping for that, but there's been no news, like, to the point where I don't have very high hopes for a localized version of Dragon Quest X offline coming. Goodness gracious me, another bite and I shall burst.
There's supposed to be a curious sort of fortune teller living out in the ruins to the east. They say she's a frightful charlatan. Her predictions haven't the slightest thing to do with anything.
Interesting, okay. So there's a fortune teller to the east? Alright. It's everyone down here. Yeah, honestly, if we don't get it, I wouldn't be completely bummed, but it would be cool. That being said, once the, like, offline version gets released, I can't imagine it'll be very long before there are, like, localization patches, just like there are with the MMO. So I don't think we would be without anything to play, but it probably wouldn't be the same experience as having, like, the localization experts at Enix do it. I take it you're here to get your hands on one of these spiffy new cleaning devices, am I right? Yes. Thought as much. Well, I'm afraid you're out of luck. It was rumors of these miraculous machines that brought me here, you know. I tried every trick in the book, but to no avail. All my attempts to purchase have been flatly refused. Apparently the king had his engineers create them in order to improve the lives of his subjects, and has no interest in selling them at any price. Bah! And here I was thinking everything had its price. I'd do anything to get my grubby mitts on one of these little rubbish inhaling wonders. Indeed. Dragon Quest X honestly looks weird. I've watched a lot of footage of it, and it looks very different in style. I'm curious how much the appeal and fun is still there without the MMO part. I feel like it would probably just be less grindy. Like, you would just get to enjoy going through the story and not have to worry about all the grinding bits. But then if a world feels more, has quite a bit of story. Yeah, I've heard that too. But an MMO, like, I was like super into RuneScape for a long time, like way too into RuneScape. It was bad. Oh shoot. And I gotta say, part of the magic of those games is like all the different things you can do in the world, like being able to fish and cook and construct things, and so I think it would be enjoyable as a single player, but I think that the world will have been designed around these other mechanics to the point where parts of it either will feel empty or just not as meaningful. But I actually don't know enough about the game. This is more of a generic assumption based on previous MMOs that I've played or know of. I really do want to look more into 10, but I hesitate to look into anything to do with any of the games I haven't played yet because I'm really worried it'll be like, oh, they have this in 10, just like this major spoiler from 9. It's like, oh, no. So I try to avoid it for that reason. Mini medal. How many mini medals are we up to, and how long till we actually get to use them? 8 mini medals. Very fair, yeah. Okay, I think we've actually already explored this whole town minus the shops. There's another door here. Okay, there's lots of closed doors, actually. Never mind. Ignore me. Geez, this most of the time the future parts are just go to the place and pick up the fragments. I can't believe there's an actual, like, story in the future part of this place. There's a lot to do. It's cool you're playing the series chronologically, though. I played them way out of order. Yeah, it's kind of funny how I got here. Like, it started out where I actually got into Dragon Quest just because I kept hearing, like, people on Twitter, or people I follow on Twitter talking about it. So I looked into it, and it's like, oh, Dragon Quest 11, that looks really cool. But then as I'm looking into 11, I was looking up, like, can you play 11 without playing previous games? And then a lot of people said, well, you can, but if you play 1, 2, and 3, there's a lot of references in 11 that'll make a lot of sense. So then I was like, oh, okay, well then I'll play 1, 2, and 3 first. And then by the time I got through 3, it was like, you know what? I want to play all of them in order. And then that's just what I've been doing. And I think my favorite part about playing them in order is you get to watch as the series evolves. Like, you get to actually see step by step, like, what changed from game to game. And I think that's, like, a huge benefit to playing them in order. That being said, like, I've been, like, sort of side-eyed reading your conversation. I know, like, Crystal Time Gear's, like, favorite game is Dragon Quest 9, so I'm very eager to get to that one. But I still have to get through this one in 8 first. Alright, let's see if there's anything we can buy here that would be an upgrade. I kind of feel like maybe not. Oh, no, an iron shield. Chainmail would be good for me. Shell armor? Okay, there's a few things we can get here. So first things first, an iron shield. Kiefer. And then we want to get the chainmail for me. I went 11, 3, 11 again. 8, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 9, 7, and then 9 again. Wow. That's a wild play order. My dad played through the original trilogy on NES when he was a kid, and when I was in elementary school, he bought me 9 when it came out and introduced me to the series. Nice. That's actually really cool. That's really cool to see, like, a game that your dad played, like a series your dad played when he was a kid, that he can introduce to you later in life. I feel like we don't get those kinds of, like, really long-lasting series anymore. Like, at all. That's really cool. Indeed, yeah. Alright, now there was one other thing I think I wanted to look here. Everything else is red, right? Red or white? Yeah. See if the weapon shop has anything new. No, okay. We do have some stuff we'll need to sell eventually, but... He pulled an all-nighter with Dragon Warrior 2 when it originally released and beat the game in one sitting. He was insane. That is absolutely insane. Because wasn't Dragon Warrior 2, like, one of the hardest games in the series? Like, that version, the NES version of Dragon Quest or Dragon Warrior 2, that was, like, the hardest of all of them. It is one of the hardest in the series, yeah. Whew. Your dad's insane, like the best kind of insane. Okay, so that's that. Checked out. I think now we've officially been through everything. Okay, let's get out of here. And I kind of want to go check out this fortune teller to the east. Massive respect for that, yeah. I can tell you, like, I mentioned that I plan on playing all of the game's original releases eventually. There is absolutely no way I would ever be able to beat Dragon Warrior 2 in one sitting. I can tell you right now that just will not happen. It will not be possible for me. Okay, so we're back here. Oh, there's a little fortune teller down there.
Hello, dear. If you like your fortune telling, I'm your girl. Well, fancy seeing what the future holds? Yes. Marvelous. Here we go then. Umra, moo, ba, boo. Here it is. Almost there. Oh, well, I must say this is rather rum. I can't see a bally thing. Your future's as blank as the blankest state in the National Museum of Frightful Blank Slates. Or perhaps my second sight's fading along with my eyesight. Never get old, dear. Dashed awful business. This is the second instance of a modern-day fortune teller not being able to tell our future. That is weird. One, I could mark off, but two of them. 11 is fantastic, though. Probably my favorite in the series. Originally, my favorite was 5, and then 11 overtook that throne. Yeah, honestly, whenever I ask people what their favorite Dragon Quest game is in the series, I tell them not to include 11 because that seems to be the default answer. Well, your future is largely in the past, so maybe it's something with that. It's making me wonder if A, I'm not going to survive the end of this game, or B, for some reason, I end up staying in the past. But either way, the implication here is I don't have a future. Because, like, eventually my time-traveling shenanigans have to end, right? Otherwise, like, I don't know. And even if they don't end, oh, there's 2 chests there. Like, still, then she would just see the future of me repeatedly going to the past, I guess? Or that your future isn't written? That could be. I mean, we know the goddess has been meddling a lot with what I've been doing. So it's possible that my, like you said, my future is either not written or is being written as we speak kind of deal or something. I don't know. Might be like you're making your own future. It isn't set in stone. Okay, kind of explanation. Yeah, it could be. Okay. I'm sure we'll find out. I'm sure the game won't leave us completely in the dark. Wait, Crystal Time Gear, I forget if you've mentioned this. You've finished this game, right? Have you? I don't remember if you mentioned that. Oh dear. It's a Canabox. I have finished this game, but I haven't done the post game. Oh, okay. Actually, that's another thing I need to do. I've not been doing the post game. I've been playing like the flat story pretty much in all these games, so I have to go back and do the post game. I've played through 2/3 of Dragon Quest VII and never made this observation before. It's interesting. I will say one thing from playing through the games and playing them in order, like in the original, the first few games, you have to talk to everybody. Like, you have to figure out where to go next. And I've developed an observation sense with these games where, like, I started to really pick up on, like, the little hints they leave. I see the only games where you're seriously missing content from post-game are Dragon Quest 8 and Dragon Quest 11. I don't know too much about what I'll do when I get to 8, but I can say, oh, and I'd add 9 to that. Yeah, Crystal, I've seen you, like, streaming so much of 9's post-game content. I actually have a pretty good feeling that once I finish the main story in 11, that I'm very likely going to, like, try to 100% the game. I'm sure it'll take hundreds of hours, but if I really enjoy the game, I have no issue putting hundreds of hours into it. So, oh, nothing here. 9-2 maybe. It's been a long time since I've played 9, so it's fuzzy. I remember there being a colossal post-game. You should do the post-game in 11? Okay. I probably will. I mean, by the time I get to 11, like, there won't be too much to look forward to, I guess. Actually, so there the 2 games that are coming out presently that we know of for Dragon Quest is the remake of 3 and it's someday 12. And I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to complete all the games before one or both of those come out. I definitely want to finish playing through 11 before I play 12, but when the remake of 3 comes out, I'm probably going to stream that right away. So, I'll put it this way. I finished the main story of 9 in 100 hours. I'm currently 500 hours in the game and still have content to do. Holy smokes. That remake of Dragon Quest 3, man. Holy moly. But I finished it many hours ago?
Yeah, Mr. Chapstick, to your point, that remake in the Octopath Traveler, in that engine, it looks really good. I'm super excited to... Ooh, Iron Claws. I am super duper excited to get to that. Like, I'll probably be playing that one day one. I'll probably be streaming it too. And I probably won't be the only one. There'll be a whole plethora of people streaming it, but I'm definitely looking forward to that. I know Grotto's at a lot. Say if you mainline the post-game story, you can probably do post-game of 9 and 50 to 100 hours if you just want to do the story quests, which is the main thing you'll want to do in the post-game. The HD 2D remake looks fantastic. Dragon Quest 3 is so good too. It's gonna be great. Yeah, see the funny thing is too, like it's been a while now since I've played 3 to the point. Wait, stream what game? I missed that. Oh, when the Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D remake comes out, I'm gonna be streaming that. But like it looks so good. But I don't remember actually all that. Like, I remember little pieces from 3, but honestly, until I'm, like, actually playing it, I don't think I'm going to remember a huge whack ton. So, it's probably still going to be, like, a bit of a unique playthrough for me. But if nothing else, I'm so desperate to see that world through that engine. It looks so good. So good. Oh, mini medal. At least it's a good excuse to re-experience the game. Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah. And, you know, admittedly, like, when I played Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3 for the first time, I played the Switch remakes, and I'm not actually huge on the Switch remakes. I don't like the way they look that much. I prefer the NES look of the games. Like, the Switch remakes are very accessible, quality of life improvements, which we all love, but the aesthetic and look of the game kind of... Like, one thing that bugs me, and for, like, no reason, but look, like, why is everybody's skin yellow? Like, why is everyone from The Simpsons or something? Like, every single character's got yellow skin. So weird. Like, is this Dragon Quest Simpsons or something? I don't know. Like, it's cool that you don't have to enter a menu to open doors and chests and go downstairs, but also there's a little bit of magic in all that, too. Like, that's just how the old game played, and I don't know. I got an emulator for the NES version of Dragon Warrior, the first one, and, like... Like, I would say it plays awful. Like, really brutal from a modern perspective, but also to experience it how it originally was is so cool. So when you played Dragon Quest 3 on stream, did you do the Switch one? Yes, I did play the Switch version when I did it on stream. Yeah, I played the Switch version of that one. Actually, the Switch version of 3 was not, like, it didn't feel as bad. Like, it felt like they improved the look of things a little bit, but I didn't notice the yellow skin, but I also didn't care much for the character art in those, so probably wasn't paying attention. I only really noticed the yellow skin after returning to the games. But have you streamed the originals of any of them so far? No, I've not streamed, like, the NES versions. 3 felt good on Switch. The other 2 definitely didn't look good, though. No. And that's what's, like, really wanting me to go back and do the NES versions / SNES versions. The only hiccup in that, like, I was saying I want to go and play the original releases of all the games. Well, the original release in the West of Dragon Quest 5 and 6 was the DS remakes. We never got Dragon Warrior 5 and never got Dragon Warrior 6, like we were talking about the other stream. So I might try to look into, like, fan-translated versions of the SNES versions of those, because I still want to experience those original original things. Oh, what's going on in here? But father, I don't understand. Why in the blue blazes would you so flagrantly contradict His Majesty's wishes? Because, Theodore, dear boy, those two poor lost souls deserve to be left in peace. It's about decency, pure and simple. That's all well and good, but you must understand that things have changed and... Ah, it's you lot. Yeah, the fan translation of 5 looks pretty good from what I've seen. It's weird because I usually don't recommend even like or playing mobile games, but 1 to 3 Erdrick Trilogy on mobile ain't too shabby. I somewhat prefer them over the Switch ports for slight graphical reasons. I also want to try the Game Boy versions of 1 to 3, actually. I think there's only 1 and 2 on the Game Boy. I don't know if 3 made it, but I played mobile 4 to 6, and they basically felt like the DS versions. I debated getting them on my phone so I could play them like in my free time, but I didn't. I probably should. Listen, father, I understand how you feel, but you mustn't meddle in this matter anymore. Is that clear? Thank you for humoring my father. I'm glad someone was able to help him get his point across. I must confess to having rather mixed emotions about the whole Ellie business myself, but my job is to serve the king, and I must have faith that he knows what he is doing. Phone will probably make the UI pretty squished, though. I have a tablet, made it very comfy to play. Yeah, I have an iPad I could play on, and then my phone is the I have the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra, so the screen's like fairly large. It's not very like overly small, but I mean, also I have like physical copies of 4, 5, and 6 I could just play on my DS, so there's also that. The mobile works good for 1, 2, and 3, but working the camera in 4, 5, and 6 is awkward. Oh, I forgot the camera rotation. Yeah. Those are fairly large. That should work fine. Yeah. I see you've brought me what I asked for. Capital stuff. This is splendid, and there's nothing you can't fix with the globular pistotron. I can get Ellie back on her feet in no time. Didn't have too many problems with it personally. I would imagine they've taken Ellie to the laboratory near the castle's main entrance. This is not a moment to lose. We must go and help poor Ellie. Ever so sorry, Ambrose, but where exactly do you think you're going? If you go running around the castle dressed like that, they'll nab you right away. Here, take my clover. The guard changes out of his uniform and offers it to Ambrose. It's nice of him. Well, it would be rude to refuse such a kind offer, I suppose. Thanks awfully. You don't scrub up too badly, Ambrose. You don't look a day over 25. You should probably be getting along. Now, I should really be thanking you for all you've done in letting you be on your way. Okay. Yeah, I can't imagine how the rotation would work on mobile. I don't know. How expensive are they to get the mobile versions? Might be awkward if you don't play on mobile devices often. But I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to help me one last time, shall we? Ambrose joins the party. Seriously, this is like the most intense present-day story out of all of them. It's like $5 to $10 per game, very inexpensive. Yeah, that's not bad, considering getting the DS copies are like $150 a piece. Prices skyrocketed like crazy. Better knows that you're way more affordable than the... Yeah. I ended up buying used copies of each of them because I wanted to have physical copies. I like to have physical copies of like any of the games I play, especially like if I'm going to try to emulate something, I want to own a physical copy. It just seems proper. But yeah, I had to pay just about $150 a pop to get the Zenithian trilogy on DS. It was crazy. And I'm like, yeah, it's crazy. I've seen prices for Dragon Quest 5 and 6 going for around 200 Canadian. I'm glad I got them as a kid. Yeah, you're very lucky. You are definitely lucky. I was not about to pay $206. I think even like the 3DS versions of like 7 and 8 are still up there. Like if you look on eBay, I don't know what they're at right now, but like yeah, like the first one that comes up when I look up Dragon Quest 7 is 110 Canadian dollars. There's another one here that's 100, but then you got $20 of shipping. Oh, that's from Australia. United Kingdoms, yeah, it's crazy. 7 is still available on the eShop, though that's getting taken down soon. Yep, that's true. That's true. 8, yeah, even 8 on the 3DS is well over 100 Canadian dollars. I think Dragon Quest 9. At my local like used game shop, they wanted like $100 for just the cartridge for 9. Didn't even have a box for it. I actually bought Dragon Quest V on DS back in high school in 2016 to 17. It was like $35 then and super common. I have no idea what happened. I don't know. It like suddenly went super rare. That's how I got mine. Just bought the digital on my 3DS. I remember getting a good price on it. Yeah, 9 can get expensive too. Like I'm looking on eBay here, and on eBay, it looks like you can get them at about like about a AAA game price. Like you can get them around $80. But I might have to go look at my local game shop and see if I can get a physical copy and see if they still have one there. They might even have the 3DS ones, but I got lucky and got 9 for 60 USD with the box. Oh, that is actually really lucky. That is super lucky. I actually, for my copies of 5 and 6, eBay sucks if you're Canadian now, though. Yeah, it really does. For 5 and 6, there's actually a guy on Reddit, on the Dragon Quest subreddit. He was liquidating his collection, and I managed to scoop them up at a pretty good deal. I don't even remember how much it was, but I think it came out to like $100 per game, and then he also sent me the guidebook for Dragon Quest 6, which I used heavily in my playthrough for vocation system, or vocation stuff, and yeah. It got pretty lucky there. Couldn't have come at a better moment. I was just thinking that if I didn't eat soon, I'd keel over and expire. My colleagues have all gone off somewhere, you see, and apparently aren't inclined to come back anytime soon. I hate to ask, but I'd be ever so grateful if you'd hold the fort here while I go and eat something. Toodaloo. This is very lucky. I literally walked into the store and said, super long shot, you happen to have Dragon Quest 9? Looked over the shelf and did a double take because it was sitting right in the front. Wow, that is super lucky. See, I live in like a small-ish town, like population of like 30,000, and we have one guy who's got a used game shop here, but he is criminal. Super criminal. Like, he just tries to rob you all the time. He's like, oh, I'll give you like $5 for that game, and then if you sell it to him for $5, he'll slap a sticker on it for $100 right in front of you and put it on the shelf. Like, guy's a jerk. Must be making good money because he's still there. But I know he's got some used copies of like these Dragon Quest games, but like, that's all bro, he's worth. Yeah, Ace lives in the same town as me. He knows what I'm talking about. This guy's awful. But he's the only place around here you can get old video games. So it's like, what are you going to do? Like, you have to basically buy into it, and that's it. Now this ought to get you back on your feet. There you go, Ellie. Local used game stores are rough when it comes to selling games. Better just sell them yourself on eBay or something. I have like one used game store that has a few locations, but at least they're reasonable in their prices. He didn't scam me on this PSP I bought though. Came with a charger, no extra charge. Badum-tsh. Soup temperature critically low. Must locate master. Searching. Master located. Master must return to bed. Master is critically ill. Hold on a bleeding minute. You've got the wrong end of the stick, old girl. I'm not your master, you silly thing. That's old autonomous. Master is critically ill, must return to bed, must consume soup. Listen, Ellie, you're all at 6s and 7s here, my dear girl. I'm really not who you think I am. Oh, goodness. Ellie, I really must insist you stop this at once. Your master is not here. Uh-oh. Busted. Did I not expressly forbid you to leave the dungeon, Ambrose? What in heaven's name do you think you're doing here? Master is critically ill, must return to bed, must consume soup. Ambrose is in danger. By golly, the rotten thing's about to clobber him. Not if I can bolly well help it. Uh-oh. Wait, guard, stand down. It's not attacking him, dash it all. Can't you hear? Stand down, I say. Oh, dear. Oh, no. No. Ellie! Ellie, can you hear me, old girl? Ellie! No, no! Damn it, you've smashed the blasted thing to pieces! Ambrose, forgive me, are you hurt? Ellie, old girl. Your mechanical friend here was not trying to attack you. I think we both know that. Yes, your highness. It seems that being old and somewhat worse for wear, it mistook you for the master it served so faithfully so many years ago. I owe you an apology, Ambrose. I see now why you fought for the poor creature's corner so fiercely. This machine... No, this is no machine, that much is clear. This faithful servant has far more to teach us about dedication and selfless love while alive than its corpse could ever teach us about the mysteries of mechanics. Ambrose, can you repair her? Can you restore Ellie to health? Yes, Your Highness, I should think so. Very well. Guards, I want you to carry her back to her home without delay. Yes, Your Majesty. Ellie's gonna survive. I was nearly devastated there. That was terrible. Now that ought to have done the trick. Come on, old girl, see if you can stand. Beep. Master confirmed asleep. Must administer hot soup. Soup will ensure revival. The sad theme from Dragon Quest VII, man, it gets me every time. Yeah. Seems things are back to the way they were. I owe all of you an apology. Ambrose, you most of all. In the blind pursuit of my dream, I was oblivious to the heartache that my actions might cause to others. Which is not to say that my goals were mistaken, I might add. Though I agree that Ellie must be left in peace, I remain committed to creating fully functioning bipedal mechanoids. And we shall do so, not at the expense of others, but through our own hard work and dedication. I'm really glad they were able to revive Ellie. I was gonna lose it. Who knows, Ellie? We may have a new companion for you before too long. I only hope those we eventually build will have half the heart you have shown. Seriously, Ellie is the hero of this game. Is Ellie my new favorite Dragon Quest character? I really can't thank you enough, you know. There you were just passing through, and I collared you and dragged you into this whole sorry affair, but I couldn't have done it without you. I'd very much like you to visit me at my house before you go, if you have time, of course. Ellie is the main protagonist of Dragon Quest VII. Yeah, really, we were just getting to that point. Thanks, really, you've been an absolute bricks, every one of you. Now, if you'll excuse me. Can you imagine, though, you get to this point in the game, and the entire rest of the game, you play as Ellie delivering soup to the corpse? That'd be really sad. That'd be super sad, actually, but still. Nothing else matters on a Dragon Quest VIII. Yep, basically. Well then, Ellie, old girl, looks like all's well that ends well, eh? You'll be left in peace now, unless I'm very much mistaken. We owe all of this to our plucky band of travelers, of course. I know you're saying thank you in there somewhere, and I'm sure they know it too. Man, I bet Ellie makes really tasty soup too. Yeah, really, I would want to drink. Eat? Drink? Treat? I would want to have some of Ellie's soup for sure. I actually had soup for dinner today. Calypso makes this like really stellar soup, and I had some. I don't know if it has a name for the soup, but it's really good. She's a robot. It'll be perfect every time. Hey, me too. Soup is great. Wow. Today's really a day for soup. Jeez. I think we're done here for now. Let's continue on to the other place and talk to Buddy. Can you imagine? I know it's not, but can you imagine if today was National Soup Day? Let me look it up. When is National Soup Day? It's got to be a thing. Saturday, February 4th. We missed it. Oh no. Does spaghetti with a lot of sauce count as soup? I mean, if it's a lot of sauce, I'd allow it. I discovered a liking for tomato soup, but only with grilled cheese. Is there any other way to eat tomato soup? Tomato soup is exclusively to be on the side of grilled cheese. That's just a law of nature, I think. Is cereal soup? Oh boy, we're getting philosophical now. Immediate yes from Crystal Time Gear. Cereal is soup? Okay, I guess the consensus is pretty clear. I don't know, in my head I kind of thought that like warmth was a requirement, but I guess not. That's not the consensus here. Cold soup doesn't sound very appealing. Cereal is breakfast soup? You see, the words breakfast soup don't sound appealing to me. Oh boy, how did I find this girl like right away? It's like chowder, it's just a distinction. Is milk broth? Well, if it sounds like milk is broth. Well, I just came from here. What if I lost my mind? Shoot, how did I find that girl immediately last time? I swear she was... Oh, she's right there, I bet. Wow. I was like ready to die on the hill. That cereal is not soup. But immediately everyone flocked to the fact that it is soup. And it's like, wow. Could I be wrong? Must be. Excuse me. Hooray! My grandfather said I was a very good girl for doing what I was told and telling you where his treasure was. After you left, I wanted to see if there was any more buried treasure nearby. Oh man, I had hiccups earlier and they just came back in full force. I can't even read out loud. Ooh. So I did a spot of digging to see what I could find. But all that I could find was this funny old stone thingy. I haven't the foggiest what to do with it. Ah, stone thingy. That flashing beacon is telling me a lot. Is a root beer float soup? How far can we take this? Honestly, at this point, it sounds like any liquid with chunks in it is soup. By definition, sour milk is soup now. Actually, I have no idea where I stand in the cereal soup debate. It's an existential question. I think that's a drink. But you can argue, like, soup is a drink, right? Like tomato soup. What's the difference between tomato soup and tomato juice? Because tomato soup does not have a solid in it. I mean, at what point does wood and nails become a chair? So wait, is water with ice in it soup? Oh, this is not the way I thought this conversation was going to go tonight. I can't believe you let me trick you into taking that funny old... Oh, it's a girl talking. That's awkward. Dirty old stone thing off me. Well, never mind. You can always throw it away. I don't think you usually eat root beer float with a stone. I think you can. Or is orange juice with pulp soup? It's orange. Yeah, it's orange soup. It's no different than tomato soup. They're both fruits. Wait, is that how it is? Tomato is a fruit? I don't remember. Ah, so you came splendid. Do make yourselves at home. Everything has worked out perfectly, and Ellie is back where she belongs, tending to her beloved master. I wouldn't have been able to do it without your help, you know. Without your able assistance, I don't think King Faraday would ever have seen the light. Thank you ever so much. I'll never forget all you've done for me, and for all of us. I dare say we have finally completed this island. I think it's done. Tomato is a fruit. Fruit, I spoke in English. Fruit. There's way too much fruit going on here. Alright, it's killing me. Definition of soup. The definition of soup A liquid dish typically made by boiling meat, fish, or vegetables into stock or water. Okay. They throw the word typically in there. I hate when definitions use those words. Yeah, typically. Like, why? Like, definitions are supposed to be concrete. Why does your definition put the word typically in, allowing... Oh, hang on a second. The second definition. A substance or mixture perceived to resemble soup in appearance or consistency. The definition of soup is something that looks like soup. Who wrote this? Where does this come from? Thanks, Google. Okay, we need to go back to the assembly chamber. Soup is literally subjective. Water is soup. Everything is subjective. Ooh, anything can be soup. If I gave my streams unique titles, this would be like, I would just name this stream soup. Seriously. I did not want to go to the hey. Oh, hey, Greg, you came in at a great time. Are we talking about this because of the robot in the current scenario? Yes. Also, the immediate and identical responses. Oh, boy. Welcome, Greg. You came into a great point in the conversation. Oh, hello there. So what can I do for you today? How do you find out where the next resident... I'm crying here. How do you find out where the next resident's supposed to come from? I don't... talk to the last person you recruited. Oh, okay. I think this will be her. I do have a ceiling of information to use instead, though. I passed through a spa town recently. I heard about a cook who hates the heat. He might be in need of your help, as well, though I'm not sure you'll be able to meet him if you head there just yet. Oh, can't meet him yet. Bro, the stream will never be topped. You've peaked. I'm getting that impression. Yeah, it sounds like this is it. This is the peak of my streams. This is it. And it's all thanks to Ellie and her soup. Unbelievable. Like, I was sure we would have, like, the sandwich debate long before we ever talked about soup, but here we are. Again, Ellie MVP. Yes, seriously, nothing bad comes from Ellie. Ellie is only good. The true deliverer of soup. Okay, let's see here. When you get a subscription button, the icon better be soup. It probably will be, to be honest with you. That's a great... I'm going to take a note of that right now so I never forget. Soup is new stream theme. Got it. Maybe that should be my, that should be my new gamer tag, is just soup. No fragments will fit this pedestal. I will draw the icon. Be my guest. Channel points are robot soup. Yep. I should have, like, one of the redeemable point things you can do is, like, order soup or something, and Ellie will bring you soup. Alright, I have a feeling this is the next island we're doing. It's another red island. And we have all the fragments for it. We have a lot of green fragments. I just haven't gone and done green yet. Genius. Deliver soup to corpse. Hey, this is a happy soup conversation, not a sad soup conversation. I'd already forgotten that Ellie had a terribly sad backstory. Okay. Well, we've definitely gone the right way, because these monsters are nothing more than what we have previously encountered. You see, this guy here, this devil guy, is the weakest character in the game. The reason why is he's holding a fork, and forks are not used for eating soup. He's been deemed the weakest enemy. Uh-oh. Hold on. Do we let this fork-holding demon into the monster meadow? Do we allow this? He heard me. He really did. This guy's the embodiment of non-soup eating. What do we do with this guy? I'm gonna need a vote. What is the monster meadow? That's like that place I was just at. It's like the Haven thing, right? Maybe we can rehabilitate him. That's good thinking. It's monster recruiting. You know what? I like your thinking, Mr. Chapstick. I think we're gonna let him go to the monster meadow, and from now on, no, hear me out. The monster meadow shall hereby be known as the Soup Rehabilitation Center. He will not be able to join our team unless he's holding a spoon, at which point he will be considered rehabilitated. I'm letting him in. He's going to rehab. Next time we see him, he better have a spoon in his hand. It's actually a different location in the Haven. They just make it accessible early in the 3DS version because it was super late in the PS1 version. Okay. I'm not really sure how to access the monster companions, if I'm being perfectly honest. I don't know. Either I've not run into it or I've not been paying attention when they showed it to me. I think perhaps just maybe we're getting carried away with the soup thing. Yeah, the soup thing has gone on for a while. It's called a rehabilitation center, but it's actually secretly a soup cult. And like they don't really let you know that you're in a soup cult, and you think you're safe because like they bring you cereal for breakfast, and you think cereal for breakfast, great. They don't tell you you're eating soup for breakfast. They bring you a glass of water, boom, surprise. Soup. Keep playing until you can access Monster Meadow without going through the Haven? Okay. We'll get there. Okay, this town seems incredibly dark. So dumb. Oh no, we got that sad music again. I don't see anybody right off the bat. What's it say? A warm welcome to the Green Thumb Gardens. Y'all make yourselves at home now. They only make it accessible early so you can get the monster munchies and start recruiting monsters? Ah, okay. Wait, so this is supposed to be like a garden town? There's nobody here. Oh, no. Wait. Oh, we don't have that item anymore. We just have a single vial, I think? No. Well, yeah, we don't have the item. You can't actually use much of the functionality of it. Oh, okay. Remember Regisstein? That place was full of stone statues and all sorts of weird poses too. Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Isn't it Angel Tears? Yeah, but we had to use it in the previous town. Or not the previous town, but we used it in Regenstein. So wait, do I have the item? Is it? Oh, it's right here. Yeah, it is here. They recommended using it at a high height. Rip. Okay, yeah. I feel bad for all of you guys looking there, probably screaming at your screens like, look, you moron. It's right there. All right, I'm head to bed. Have a good stream, everyone. All right, have a good night, Ace. Doors firmly locked. Doors firmly locked. If you're fixing to buy herbs, go right ahead and ask the gardener. Okay. I know they did say to use it at a high height, but can I just like use it in front of someone? Doesn't seem like it can be applied directly to individual statues. Special here. We're looking for a key. Key. Weird and wonderful plants of the world. It appears to be an encyclopedia of unusual plants of various shapes and sizes. There is even a rather alarming image of a giant vine demolishing an entire town. No interesting books. Is this locked? No. Okay. So clearly to me it looks like we need to get to the top of the tall tower here. But we need to find a key to unlock it. So there's got to be a key around here somewhere. I wonder if we're going to have to like interact with statues and maybe get the key off of one of them. Farmer has been turned to stone. Maid has been turned to stone. Old gentleman has been turned to stone. Oh, the man who's been turned to stone. Something about him suggests he's a traveling merchant. Shopkeeper turned to stone. A young man who's been turned to stone. He's pressed up against the window with a pained expression on his face. Well, this guy looks a little familiar. Or is it just me? He looks a little familiar to me. Garnished garb. Okay. Whoops. Oh, I can equip it. Can anyone else? Oh, he can. Ruff can. Oh, you know what? That's huge for Ruff. Let's give it to Ruff. Yeah, there we go. Locked tight. Everything's locked in this town. They reuse a lot of NPC sprites as imported named characters, so it might be the same guy you're thinking of. Threw me off the first time I played it. Well, these games really like to reference previous games in very committing ways, so models not sprites. Yeah, okay. I mean, I figured I figured out what you meant. Oh, look at that. Another locked door. This game's not been doing very much in the line of keys. Oh, here we go, we're at the top. Suck, slurp, slobber. Slurping sweet nectar while staring at stupid stone humans just isn't the best, What the? Humans! That's disgusting, I'm not doing that anymore. I thought you'd all been turned to stone. Well, I'm not complaining. Human blood isn't as sweet as nectar, but it's still not that bad. And I've never turned down a free lunch yet. Nope, did it again. Can't help it. If it says slurp, I'm gonna slurp. Can't be helped. Alright, let's fight this thing. I love the monsters pronunciations in Dragon Quest. I really do too. Yeah. Actually, it's funny. That was one thing that disappointed me. We were talking about Dragon Quest Your Story the other day. I was really disappointed that Ladja, I believe that's his name, the kind of continuous villain, he did not speak the way he did in the game. The way he talked in the game was a bit a little slightly incorrect, a little off center, just enough to unease you, which is like his whole character. But he spoke perfectly fine in the movie, and I didn't like that. I was really expecting him to talk like he does in the game too, so it was like a little extra disappointing. Sorry, I'm realizing we probably should be letting these guys do whatever they want. You know what? She's gonna do it, isn't she? No, she sapped. He sounded cool in the movie, but yeah, sucks it didn't transfer over the accent. Yeah. Never thought about that until just now, but yeah. He had a very specific way of speaking in the games. Yeah, that was what shocked me the most, because I actually watched that movie right when I was near the end of the game. And it was a real shock, because I'd been reading Ladja, and I sort of had an idea in my head of how he sounded, just based on the way he spoke, and we didn't see that. That was one, I think, almost the biggest source of disappointment from that movie. Everything else was amazing, but that one spot. Actually, we lost a lot of accents in that movie. Everything to do with the whole marriage section of the movie. There were no accents in that town at all. But in the game, it's kind of either Italian or Spanish. I might be a little off base on that. But yeah, they dropped pretty much all the accents. At least in the West released one. I guess they probably didn't have accents in the Japanese one? I don't know for sure, but It's an Italian accent. That's what I was thinking. Italian, yeah. Okay, good job, Ruff. Level up. Actually, cool detail. All the antagonists of Dragon Quest V have a naming theme regarding chess and have particular accents. Really? Wait, can you list out some examples? It's not... I'm blanking on it. Gosh, Sloppy. So, just because you beat me doesn't mean the human's curse isn't going to be lifted? The people of this town are going to be lumps of stone forever, and there's nothing you can do about it. Blah. Yeah, there's strong themes of chess in the villains. I don't know about the names, but the designs for sure. Like Combi in the Night. So Grandmaster Nimzo is named after the guy in real life named Aaron Nimzo, who was super good chess player, who has a chess move named after him. Ladja's the bishop. Oh, we can use our angel tears now. Yeah, Ladja's the bishop. Okay. Use. Nothing happens? Wait, what? I figured because we're at the toppest point. Toppest point? Or the highest point? Huh. The last area is called Mound Zugzwang, which is a chess term. Is it really? Wow. They really like to bury like little random Easter eggs into their games. I love it. A situation in which to make a move in one's turn is a serious, often decisive disadvantage. It's super cool. Wow, that is really cool. I honestly, one of the things I love the most is just characters who have puns as their names. And I've mentioned this 100 times. It took me so long to realize that Dr. Agon was dragon. It took me so long. I really wish I had the clip of me cluing into that moment. Oh, okay, you have to walk right to the edge. Try more up from where you are now. I think it has to be over the town instead of the roof. Yeah. Yeah, it was waiting for a trigger. It wasn't waiting for me to... That was a glorious moment. I wish I clipped it. Yeah. I should go back through the old clips because they're all on my YouTube channel, so I should go back and see if I can find it. Also, Peggy Sue being Pegasus. Yeah, that one I did not realize until it was revealed. That was a bad one from my part. There was another guy whose name was basically, I don't remember the pun, but it was basically suspicious during that whole sequence with like the Forever Happy Land town place thing. I forget what that... Haven, maybe? Happiness Haven? Something like that. I don't remember now. Okay, well, let's see if we can talk to anybody. Oh, this guy's awake. I think I might have missed that one. With the suspicious one? No, that was you. You're the one who pointed that one out to me, I thought. There's so many puns, it's hard not to have a bunch go over your head. I'm pretty sure you were the one who pointed that pun out to me. Yeah, hang on. What was the name of that place? Like that, like, Too Good to Be True. Oh, Island of Dreams. Island of Dreams was the sequence. There's a Dragon Quest game that has a nun called None of the Above, and I forget which it is. Oh, Isle of Smiles. Dragon Quest name puns are burning into my psyche. Yeah. Oh, come on. What is the guy's name? It's killing me. I don't think it's quite that unless I missed it. There's a similar pun name in Dragon Quest 9, but I don't want to mention it specifically because it might be considered a spoiler. I'm going to have to go back and try to find it. Like, oh, that's driving me crazy. I'm going to have to go back to my YouTube channel at some point and look through the VODs to try to find it because it was such a funny one. And it was definitely you who pointed it out to me, Crystal. 100%. And I have no idea which episode it would even be in. Of course, all my streams are like... a whole bunch of them that are like long and... Oh, no, that's not it. Okay, I'm not going to waste any more time on this. Sorry, I just had to be... Might have been Dragon Quest V, I forget exactly, but... Maybe in the place you ended up right after escaping slavery in Generation 2? Maybe. Okay. I should probably help these poor people out. Dang, I sure feel dizzy. What just happened? Wait, I remember. I was spying on Caraway through the window, and I don't see that low-down dirty dog fixing to hit on my lavender. Yeah, that was it, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, there was a church, the first thing you find after escaping slavery. And what is this now? He's on top of her. He's gosh darn lying right there on top of my fiancé. Has he doggone lost his mind? Why in the name of creation would he do something like that to my dear sweet innocent lavender? Well, away he goes. Well, howdy there, strangers. Are y'all here sheltering from the rain, too? Yes. Yep, that's what I thought. Say, I do believe I've yet to introduce myself. Name's... Cain? I have no idea how to pronounce that name. It's a real pleasure to meet y'all. Oh, cayenne, like the pepper. Okay. That makes more sense. Thank you. I'm like, cayenne? Cayenne, okay. If y'all have any questions about this here big old house, you go on ahead and ask. Guess we don't have any because we didn't ask anything. Hey, farmer guy. Soon as that gray rain's done start falling, everybody's done skedaddled back on home. Oh, here we go. Say, Mayor Burdock, looks like the weather's done took a turn for the better. Well, now, ain't that dandy. Truth be told, I wasn't so sure that gray rain was ever gonna stop. And even supposing it had, might have been, we still all would have wound up turned to stone. Guess we got lucky. Can't say as I quite believe it, though. Can a lick of rain truly turn folks into big old lumps of rock like that? Well, you done seen that purple cloud with your own two eyes. Did it look friendly to you? Well, no, I guess. Anyhow, seems the trouble's past now. I better go check on folks. It just occurred to me. There was a bridge on the previous island we never went and checked out. We have to go back and do that. I didn't cross that bridge. Hang on, I gotta make a note before I forget about that. Hang on. I just remembered that bridge. I totally neglected it. Still looking for the clip you mentioned about Dr. Agon. Haven't found it yet. It definitely wasn't clipped on Twitch. It would have to be found in one of my Dragon Quest V streams on YouTube. I can't remember which one it was in. I think it was around the time that we were told that the dragon is, like, missing. I'll try to find it. It's out there somewhere. Yeah, I think it was when people mentioned, like, that they didn't know where the dragon was. That was part of it. Not entirely sure. Okay. Right. I just wish this old body of mine wasn't so dang stiff. I can't rightly tell what's coming over me all of a sudden. Howdy there. Now listen, I may be mayor of this here town, but I ain't about to get all bent out of shape if visitors use my humble abode to take shelter from the rain. I just ain't the kind. Besides, I got more important matters to be getting all steamed up about. I surely hope my dear old herb guard didn't come to no harm. It'll be more than I could countenance if that gray rain done ruin my precious crops. One thing that I think we should note in this game, compared to the previous games, we have only seen incredibly powerful evil people with the ability to turn anyone to stone. I think it was Lodja we saw do that, and Murdaugh are the only two we've ever seen turn people to stone, I believe. And they were pretty big and bad. And so there's someone who is turning entire towns to stone using some sort of magic rain? Like, that's some pretty tough stuff. Somebody, please. Some folks done caught in the rain too long out here in the herb garden. Looks like one of them done gone turned to stone. Yeah, it's a pretty powerful ability. Yeah, I feel like it's just a real statement on how powerful the enemy in this game is. Whoever they are, it's a mystery to us. Also, okay, I'm going to take note of where we're at here, which is we have to go to the garden. But we definitely missed. We have to go back really quickly because we forgot to cross the bridge in the present-day Faria. Faria? We have to go and do that because I should have completed that island before moving on. I totally forgot. So we'll go do that. I hope there's something there. If there's nothing there, or something really pointless, I'll feel bad. We'll see. We'll see. I'm curious, what would be your top/favorite list of Dragon Quest games so far in terms of ranking? So, I assume you mean, of the ones I've played, because obviously I can't rank the ones I haven't. But so far... That's tricky. Okay. Yeah, from what you played. Yeah, okay. So, I think I'm going to have to say my current favorite was 5. 5 was my favorite. I think after that, I would say 6, then 3, then 4, then 1, then 2. I'm really enjoying 7 so far, so it will be up there, but I'm not perfectly sure where to place it yet. Now, that was... I don't know. 6 and 5 are actually really close for me. I like 5's story better, but I like 6's... I like 6 mechanically a bit better than 5. But I think 5 was a better all-around game. So, I gave it the top slot. That's a pretty decent rank. I'd be pretty close. 4 is my fave of the NES games, like I said in the previous stream. Yeah, 4 wasn't quite for me. I wasn't as big on the chapter storytelling. Because I like being the hero, and I guess you could argue everyone in 4 was the hero of their chapter, but I like playing the hero throughout the whole thing. There's a lot on this side of the island we haven't explored yet. Okay, we gotta do a quick check for things. That being said, though, like 4 was really, really good. I just wasn't like as big on that form of storytelling as I was in the storytelling of the other games. I was torn over 3 or 4. Yeah. I think for me, what made 3 so special was it was like playing so much off of 1 and 2, you know? We were building the legacy those games were always talking about. And I think that like was big for me. If I was the best of the 2 SNES games, yeah. I want to see how 5 plays on the SNES. I really want to see that. Okay, I have no idea what this place is. Meow. So there's a cat. Door is sealed by a mysterious power. 9 to 11, 3, 5 tie for me, I think. Wait. 'Tis an eternity I have waited. The light which once illuminated these lands has long since been extinguished, and I wait. But I have faith that all is not in vain. Nay, one day my duty shall be fulfilled. I have faith that the ruins in which the Almighty sleeps shall one day be discovered. Aye, when the sacred stone spoke in the legend brought here, I shall know that it is time. Wait. Did he just say, the light which once illuminated these lands has long since been extinguished? The ruins in which the Almighty... Is he talking about the goddess? He thinks we're going to discover the ruins containing the goddess? And that this thing should light up? Okay. That's pretty big. Attributed for not playing as a legendary hero in 5 until late in the game also. I kind of agree in that sense, Greg, but in that game, it was still different though because you always played Abel. Sorry, I call him Abel. That's what I named him. I guess his official name's like Madison? Something like that. But like you're always playing the main character throughout, and you're experiencing Madison. Okay, you're experiencing his life from the age of 6 to like almost 30. And I feel like that still was a bit different than in 4, where you blatantly did not like, because in 4, like the title character, like the main character that you are supposed to be. And I guess you could maybe argue there is no main character, but for 4, by my logic that I'm speaking right now, but it still felt like there was a bit of a divide for me. And don't get me wrong, I definitely think it was good storytelling, and I think that it's like, I totally get why people liked it. It just wasn't quite it for me. Yeah, good point. You don't even see the main character in 4 until chapter 5. Well, they do give you like a little prologue to sort of tease you, at least in the DS version, so that you can like get to experience the character just enough. But then you lose him and you have to go through 4 different stories, and each story wasn't too bad because each chapter wasn't very long. I think 4 benefits from its storytelling chapters and that you don't play the hero right away. Not in the NES OG of Dragon Quest IV? Oh, okay, so I did not know that. You just start straight with Ragnar, okay. But I feel like the game doesn't fully start until chapter 5 when you start as a hero. Yeah. And then when you have to go as the hero to collect everybody, it also kind of feels like I'm just returning to places I've already been to meet people I already know. And that part also played a bit awkwardly for me. Like, once you're into it, once you're playing as the hero, and you've got everyone behind you, it plays really well. Yep, they added the intro chapter for the DS. Yeah, that's really cool. I did not know that. Select pillars. So we need to go into red. Okay, let's go back in. Okay, I just need to check out that last place because I totally missed it. While this is loading, I'm going to refill my water. By the way, Mr. Chapstick, this is where those encounters feel really high. The fact that you can find encounters can hit you without you moving. Okay, I've got to go. Be back in a while. Okay, Crystal, see you when you're back. Mother 3 had a very similar approach to storytelling and pacing as Dragon Quest 4. Okay. Yeah. I've not played Mother 3 personally, but... Yeah, I don't know, like, I think part of it was, like, the stories that led the characters together, they, in a way, felt a little inconsequential, because the game, for me, didn't really feel like it started until Chapter 5, like you mentioned, so, but I don't know. I think it was still a very good game in the end, but I think that the chapter storytelling method is for some more than others. Same chapters and character story perspective switching. Yeah, I get that. Yeah. Every dang muscle in my body feels like a piece of an old boot leather. Ain't no way I'll be dragging myself down to that there herb garden. I just can't believe that Caraway done got turned to stone. That boy's always been so good to me. If he ain't round no more, I don't rightly know what'll become of that herb garden. Truly, I don't. Hey, I thought y'all said he done got turned to stone. He ain't no statue. He just stiff as all heck is all. Hey, come on now. Quit your swarping and stop pushing. We all want to make sure Lavender's okay, you know. Anyhow, how do y'all know if we go in there he won't get got like Caraway done did and be turned all to stone, Oh, no, I didn't want to talk to him again. Talk to the other lady. Oh, me, oh, my. The poor boys who done got turned to stone in the herb garden. It was Caraway, wasn't it? And the young missy with him, Miss Lavender, huh? Oh, goodness. I can't get in there. I love, like, the idle animations of these characters. Like, it just fits each of them. Like, Ruff is, like, relaxing. Kiefer's, like, princely, ready for anything. Immediately, Maribel's both arms on the hips. Oh, let's check out the well. Empty well. I keep, like, wanting to be like empty wells are pointless, but then empty wells make wells with content so much cooler. Hello? Okay, I guess not. We'll have to go through the back.
I done heard the rumors the adults was spreading about gray rain and turning them folks' bodies to stone. That's how come I done took shelter in the weapon shop just as soon as I had seen that cloud come over. The characters in Dragon Quest VII are really good in my opinion. Maribel and Kiefer are good. Good point, actually, since Chapter 5 is nearly as long as all 4 previous chapters combined. Chapter 5 in Dragon Quest 4 is almost long enough to be the full game. Yeah, that is true. There doesn't seem to be any particular interesting books. Nothing in there. If you're fixing to fill up on supplies, y'all are gonna have to come back later. This old body of mine just ain't right. Why won't do a dang thing I tell it. Figure it's on account I spent so many years standing behind that there counter. I know these are like characters pulled in from like old game sprites, but seriously, this game has normalized people just wearing masks casually way too much. Like, way too much. It has been 6 months now since I began traveling around, spreading the good word of the Almighty, but enough about me.
Okay. Oh, shoot. No. No! I'm sorry, I didn't want to know. No! I just figured if he's here, I might as well make a save, but he doesn't save.
All of us in town here done breathed a big old sigh of relief and headed on back outside when we heard the rain done stopped a-falling. Sure is funny, though. Seems ain't none of us without some kind of trouble moving and walking since.
So all these people knew about the Grey Rain, which makes me think that the characters from Regenstein, the two that went off to spread the news of the rain to the world, they've been here. They must have been. Because these people were warned. Like, they knew. As soon as the Grey Rain came, they went inside. And they keep calling it Grey Rain. Like, they knew what it was. So that makes me think that the folks, like... Oh, here's the adventure log. This makes me think that the two folks who escaped from Regenstein actually did succeed in going around spreading the word. That's pretty cool, if that's the case. Yeah, someone up here. Oh. Touch her.
Dear Almighty, whatever should I do? Traveling from town to town, spreading the good word of the Almighty is my life's work. But when I look at what Mayor Burdock has done for this place and the passion that burns in his eyes, I'm just not sure I can bring myself to leave.
True, now that you mention it, Felix did tell these people about the fate of Regenstein. It's, yeah. I think that's the case. I think that's the case. Okay. Check out some more of these shops. Sorry, but y'all just gonna have to go on ahead and come back later. I'm feeling a bit out of my... Okay, so it seems like everyone's stiff. No one's willing to help us, and we probably have to find a way to get into that garden. What's this? Diary.
All he cares about is chasing his dreams. He never so much as looks at little old me. But I just know he knows I'm there. He's trying to drive me away, but he can't fight the inevitable.
Does the emulated version of Dragon Quest VII you're playing have the slight input lag when navigating and selecting menus? It's present on a legit 3DS version and it bugs me. There is the tiniest bit. Now, I actually have like a Bluetooth controller hooked up that I'm using. So I've been kind of blaming the latency on that. But there is a little tiny bit of latency, but I've kind of gotten used to it. But if that's in the base game, well, it doesn't really surprise me. The one thing that this game has that I've noticed is sometimes when like going into battles or certain like loading screens or scenes, there'll be a slight pause. That's the biggest like crime I've noticed so far. Okay, we have to get to the garden somehow.
I never thought Caraway was the kind to force himself on a girl. But I'm fixing to remind him that he ain't nothing but a low-down garden hand, and he better keep his dirty digging hands off what ain't rightly his.
Yeah, it's most present in battles. That's a weird delay. Oh, here's our way in. What's going on over here?
Caraway, wake up. Please wake up. This ain't no time to be fooling around. Please, Caraway. Say something. Anything.
Oh, here's the guy.
Lavender, honey. What happened to you? Come on now. Just tell it to me straight. It's Caraway. He was just trying to protect me from the rain. That's all. And now he's...
Oh dear. I think it has to do with how they reprogrammed the game with the new localization and English text. It may have some weird lag issues cause of that. It could be. It could be. Well, that's something at least. Looks like the herb garden done came out all this okay, huh? Deal? What's going on here, boy? What are y'all doing? I love how everyone here seems to have names related to, like, herbs and vegetables. Pa, it's Caraway, Pa. He done got soaking something awful by that there gray rain. He ain't turned to stone precisely, but he don't look none too good. Kind of stiff, and we can't seem to wake him at all. Guy looks like the Dragon Quest XI Luminary. The Luminary's dead. No. Oh yeah, he kind of does. I didn't even notice that. Hot dang. Well, don't stand there like a cactus in the gosh darn rain. Go on and fetch him up to the house. But Pa, I done told you. The varmint's as stiff as a board. Ain't no way I can lift him by myself. Well, ain't you just a regular hero? Say, I hate to trouble y'all, but I'd be much obliged if you could lend a hand. I'm in getting this poor boy here up to the house. Will you help a man in need? Yes. That's mighty kind. All right, gently now. Yeah, the Luminary didn't make it to Dragon Quest XI. Now hold on just a minute there, Oster. You can't rightly expect me to believe a tall tale like that. You're telling me not just Caraway here, but every single gosh darn person in town done turned to stone? It's the truth. When we first got here, there weren't any humans, just stone statues. Who knows how long you were like that? You could have been here for ages for all we know. Okay. I guess we all were a mite suspicious of something strange was going on, but dang. Ain't as if we didn't have fair warning, I guess. We done had ourselves a visit from an old coot and his little friend a while back. They done warned us about folks turning to stone. Ah, see, they confirm it here. Anyhow, seems we was saved thanks to y'all. All of us excepting Caraway, that is. The timeline is he dies after Dragon Quest XI after being rained on in Dragon Quest VII. Yep. It was a very short-lived life after 11. I don't know how 11 ends, but whatever happened after 11, he immediately made his way here and immediately turned to stone. This is all my fault. Caraway let himself get soaked by that gray rain just to protect me. Why, Caraway? Why would you do that? You never so much as looked my way our whole lives, and now this. Hey, that reminds me. What exactly are we all doing out there in the herb garden anyhow, huh? You better tell me, and it better be good, or I swear I'll... I don't like this guy at all. Oh, deal. It was nothing. Oh, I thought he just smacked her. I was like, F this guy. Holy smokes. That was too close for comfort. Nothing, huh? Then you wouldn't mind telling me all about it. We're engaged to be married, remember? We don't got no secrets. Why can't you just leave it be, Dill? I told you it was nothing. Just let me be alone. Sometimes these animations don't work. Like she's angrily running away, stops, hand out, door, then continues bolting out. Look, lavender, honey. That darn hot-headed fool of a boy, and in front of the guests, too. Sorry you had to see that, Asta. Now how about we continue this up at the house? Mosey on by when you have a moment, you hear? That sounds like an asshole name, TBH. Yeah, I'm not digging that guy. He's a jerk. Howdy there. Name's Irby. Brother of Caraway, you know, that green-fingered kid done devoted his life to herb growing. Ever since he was knee-high, all he ever wanted was his own herb garden. Dang, I sure hope he don't die here before he gets to make his dream a reality. I done gone raised a plumb fool of a son. Why would he sacrifice himself to save some girl he don't hardly know? And one who's fixed to marry young Dill besides. Their animations are a little stiff from the rain is all. Yeah, that's gotta be it. Oh, hardwood headgear. I'm curious if anyone knows, how close am I to All Trades Abbey? Oh, a cursory glance is enough to tell that it's a half-written love letter penned by Herbie. Wait, who's Herbie in love with? This is Herbie. Oh no, I didn't want to keep... Oh, shoot. Yeah, how far away are we from All Trades? I wasn't sure if you knew about that or not. Oh yeah, I know. I know the vocation system is in this game, and I know that all trades Abbey show like that happens eventually, and I'm not sure when. I remember it being 20 or 30 hours into my first playthrough. Holy smokes! Well, we're like, what are we? 18 hours in so far. So Lavender ain't dealing none too well with what done happened to Caraway. Sure, she acts all tough when I'm around, but I can tell she's in an awful bad place. But what do? I just can't figure it out. And until I do, ain't no wedding plans being made, that's for sure. Why don't you quit your whining and do something useful for once, you no good life? Try to put yourself in her shoes, why don't you? She's known Caraway since they was little kids. Ain't no surprise to nobody, but you, she's so upset. Seems very late in the game, but if you consider the fact the game is like 100 hours, then I guess it's not. That is true, that's very true. Quit crying and carrying on, and think of a way to get that boy back on his feet, for her sake and yours. You're right, Pa. I'll get right to work. I'll get to work right away. We'll have him back on his feet before you can spit. I don't like this guy at all. He's a jerk. Even if he has like a redemption arc or something, I'm not going to enjoy it. Well, howdy, Asta. Sure is nice when folks keep their word. I wish everybody was even half as reliable as you. I don't rightly know what to do about this little situation we got ourselves here. Right now, seems to me making sure little Lavender ain't hurting too bad is about the best we can do. Say, can I ask y'all's help with that? I know it ain't right to impose on you again, especially with you on some kind of journey and all, but it's like I said, ain't nobody in this town I can rely on. Least of all my deal. Heck only knows what goes through that boy's mind. So where is Lavender? Surely she doesn't live here. Oh, something going on here.
Oh my poor Dill. You look frazzled, honey. Have you been wearing yourself out fretting about dear Lavender again?
Please, Cayenne, let me be. I need time to think on all this. Oh! Oh, jeez! This guy! Get rid of him, oh my goodness! So stop it, Cayenne.
What's wrong? If Lavender and Caraway can have their carry on, why can't we?
Whoa, yeah, that's what I'm saying. This guy's a jerk. There ain't gonna be no carrying on. Quit your nonsense, Cayenne.
It ain't nonsense, Dill. Why do you think Lavender's always going to the herb garden if it ain't for a little rendezvous with Caraway, huh?
She just likes herbs is all.
Well, I do declare it must...
I can't read that because of The Office. Cayenne wants Dill's pickle. Oh, I'm sorry. Like the episode of The Office where Michael's pretending to be old Western stuff.
Well, I do declare it must be almost nice being as dumb as you, Dill. She sure likes something in that herb garden, but it ain't the herbs, let me tell you.
Quit it, Cayenne. You ain't got no idea how it is between us. Lavender would never go behind my back. She'd never hurt me. Never. Never, ever. Don't run there. Oh, watch out, watch out. Ah! Get that guy out of here. Okay, before we leave, that guy's, like, we gotta do something about that guy. Jeepers.
Dill just can't help himself. Poor fool boy always feels like he has to step in and help the needy. It's a bad habit, that's what it is. It's like he doesn't even remember that by rights he should be with me and not that no good charity case Lavender.
This is... Can we go back to robots? Seriously, what is going on in this game right now? And where the heck does Lavender live? That deal is always swerping around like a headless chicken. Lavender's place is Lavender's place is right next door. Ain't no need for him to run. Right next door. Is that this place? There's a few houses here. Ellie was better? Yeah, Ellie was 100 times better than whatever the heck is going on here. It's like everybody's cheating on everybody with a Western accent.
I gotta tell y'all, I sure do wonder sometimes if Lavender's truly happy. I hope to high heaven she didn't agree to marry Dill on account of her family's debt to his pa. Just 'cause her parents done borrowed money from Burdock after they passed don't mean she should feel obliged to marry his son.
The game peaked in its storytelling and characters with Ellie. It's all downhill. Oh boy. Another 80 hours of downhill after Ellie. Game peaked too early. Okay, so it sounds like Ellie... Okay, not Ellie. Lavender is in love with the herb boy, but she chose to marry Dill because I'm just kidding. Oh yeah, I figured you were kidding. But herb boy. Oh yeah, so she's in love with herb boy, but she's engaged to marry Dill. But Dill's in love with Maid Lady. No, Maid Lady's in love with Dill, and Dill seems to be too thick to figure out what he really wants. This is a soap opera. Lavender's not home. Unless this is not her house. Bunny ears? This might be her house. It's probably not her house. Oh. I hate that the guy said Lavender lives next door. This is like a love tetrahedron or some shit. Yeah, this is a love, some sort of shape that just is too big to fit. I don't think she lived in here. Oh, here's Dill again. Oh, dang it all. Lavender wouldn't even speak to me. She done kicked me up before I could even say one word. Guess that ain't nothing for me to do but wait here and start for her to start feeling bitter. So I guess she does live here. Oh. It's not much, Lavender, but there's something to help you pay back your parents' loan. Stop it, I can't take money from you. Seriously, your father was very good to me back when I was starting out. This is just my way of saying thanks. I know your parents saddled you with lots of debt. It can't be easy for you.
You don't need to be fretting on my account. I'm gonna marry Dill. Once I do that, I won't need to worry about them loans no more.
You're marrying Dill? Burdock's son? Congratulations! Then why don't you take this as an engagement gift instead? All the best, Lavender. Good luck. Jeez. Most of the problems in this game can be solved with like simple puzzle solving or like battling monsters. I don't even know where to begin with this problem. This is a major issue and I am not equipped. I have no skill set equipped to deal with this situation.
It sure is nice of folks to show such kindness when times are tough. And I feel awful, but it hurts. Every gift, every favor, it's like a dagger through my heart. I can't repay them. I can't repay none of them. And it kills me. It hurts so bad.
Poor girl. I don't know what to do. Oh, I should probably talk. Wait, let's see if we can break in this guy's shop. Oh, never mind. She's running. She's running. We got to run her. Defeating grueling deadly monsters is easier than sorting out relationships. Yeah, by a lot. We got to run her. She's gone. Dill didn't even notice? The store here belonged to Lavender's mom and pa before they passed. After that all happened, she done inherited the place. She says she don't got the stomach for salesmanship, so I run it for her, see? Mini medal. Yeah, just like us to rob the store of a girl who's heavily in debt. Jeez. Now I feel bad. Thanks, chest. And essential resource. Alright, so wait, where does she run off to? Do you see where she went?
Say, can y'all keep a secret?
Yes?
Okay, then let me tell y'all what I'd seen. It was just before that gray rain done started falling. Caraway and Lavender was in the herb garden, and they was hollering fit to bear the band.
What's going on in here? Oh, this is the weapon shop. We're on the wrong side now. Interesting books. Nothing special in there. Was feeling might thick in the joints for a while there, but I don't got better again, thanks heavens. In fact, I'm in the mood for selling. Let's get down to business, shall we? Yeah, let me just walk around the shop, man. Come on. See what kind of gear upgrades we can get. Iron helmet, iron shield, bronze armor. That's new. Alright, I might scoot off to bed. Glad I was able to catch the stream. Alright, yeah, thanks for hanging out, Mr. Chapstick. I hope to see you in another one. I don't know how much later I'll be streaming tonight, so you probably won't miss too much. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, man. Have a good night. We can get one of these. Oh, a leather whip. That's a nice buff. Iron lance, edged boomerang. Nice talking. Have a good one, man. Have a good one. I can't get the edged boomerang, but I could get a leather whip. Maybe I'll get that for Maribel. We'll just do that for now. I don't really want to sell any of the stuff we've had, but still haven't found the clip about realizing who Dr. Dragon was in Dragon Quest V. Still looking for that, but I did notice a point where you were talking about Dragon Quest II and how it was improving on Part 1. I agree in development terms. Part 2 had party members, whereas Part 1 where there was just you alone. I remember reading somewhere on that topic that they originally were hoping to have... They're originally hoping to have a party in the first game, but they just didn't have the budget or development time to get it done. And that's why it was a really big deal by the time it came around in Dragon Quest II. And another thing that was really massive was how much bigger the map got. Like, the map for the first game is like a tiny island inside the continent where most of the second game takes place, which is like huge. Yeah, no, there's a lot of improvements between Dragon Quest 1 and 2. And even when you play the Switch versions, you can see the improvements that happened. Sure, Dragon Quest 2 is a much larger world, yeah. Can't be very around. I only hope the mayor's boy turns to be. This is one of those puzzles, which is like, the requirement is mainly for you to just talk to everybody. And I'm not sure who to talk to next. I just seen Lavender skedaddling off toward the herb garden there. She sure didn't seem to be having a lot in her mind. Okay, there we go. Actually, it was a pretty cool moment. Like, when I was playing Dragon Quest II for the first time, that moment when you... like, get into, or you realize, like, holy smokes, the Dragon Quest I map is inside the Dragon Quest II map. We were told she went here. Let's see what everyone has to say. Taking care of these here herbs while Caraway's out of action. I ain't doing it out of the goodness of my heart, though. It's just, if he woke up and this place had gone to seed, he'd chew me out something awful. That guy's a really caring brother, and he's trying to pretend he's not, but he is. Everybody knows Lavender only comes to the herb garden so she can talk to Caraway. She ain't said that to nobody, of course, but you can tell just by looking at her. It's plain as day. I done tried to holler into Lavender as she went by, but she plumb ignored me and kept right on going. Guess she got a lot in her mind with her wedding day right around the corner and all. The herb garden just ain't the same without Caraway around. It's kind of lonesome. There we go. Don't fret, Lavender, honey. We don't hold grudges against you, child. It was Caraway's own choice to do what he did. You ain't got no reason to feel bad. But what if he never wakes up? Oh, but he will, child, he will. See, I done heard of a medicine that can cure just about any ailment known to man. We just need to get a hold of some, and Caraway will be fine and dandy. Agree, but I also had the same kind of moment when realizing the map of Dragon Quest 1 was the Underworld in 3, and that 3 was a prequel to the first two. Going into 3, I already knew that 3 was a prequel to the first two, but I was wondering how the maps would work out, and that, like you mentioned, was a shock when you go to the Underworld and it was Dragon Quest 1. And yeah, you were the hero of legend because you literally turned the Underworld into its own overworld. Like, it was a bright place people could actually live. That's insane. That's a major feat. Like, that made the hero in 3, like, the true heir, like super epic. Let's see here. If what folks are saying is true, y'all are the ones who saved us back when we was turned to stone. Well, I hate to ask another favor so soon, but would y'all mind awfully going to fetch that medicine they're saying will make Caraway better? I'd go myself, but I ain't accustomed to traveling, and I don't know the first thing about medicine. I done heard this medicine that cures all ills is made on the other side of them mountains over yonder. So if y'all are fixing to be heading over eastward any time, would you mind picking a little up? I can't bear the thought of spending my twilight years just staring at my boy lying there. Come to think of it, I heard about a fella drinking over there at the salon who's here visiting from that neck of the woods. He is here to buy herbs, or so they say. Maybe he'll be able to tell you a little more about where y'all might be able to find that old miracle cure. Okay, someone at the bar. We gotta go to the bar. Where can we find the bar? Did we try this well, or is this a different well? If it's a different well, it's the same. Where is the bar in this town? It'll be in the inn. Having a mini-map to tell me all these things is very helpful. Oh, they're downstairs here. Okay, I see. What the heck is going on here? Sir, hey, come on now. Sir, listen to me. You came all the way on over here from your hometown there to buy herbs, am I right? Then how about you go buy some dang herbs instead of spending all your time whooping it up in here? This is the guy then. Ugh, this is my worst nightmare. This is my worst nightmare, is this. I just pop over to buy Summit for one of old Pamela's potions, you see. Wait. This guy... What was the name of that place? This guy's from the fireplace. What was the name of that town? I'm so bad at remembering town names. I need to start writing them down. But then I turn around and go home and Flamin' Vermont's flamin' disappeared. How in the heck did that happen? Hey, all these people wonder why I drink. Emberdale. Yeah, this guy's from Emberdale. Huh. I guess it makes sense. Like, all these continents should be close together, but still. Dang. That's kind of impressive. I gotta say, that there soldier might be drunk as a skunk, but he can still cut a rug now. Well, color me annoyed. I was just minding my own business, trying to teach my sister a few dance moves so she can catch the eye of a fine-looking boy or two. And now this drunk old coot's taking over the stage. How do we get his attention? What can we do here? I mean, we could just head east, but if I've learned anything from these games, they always expect a trigger. That does it. The saloon downstairs is just too rowdy. Things are getting out of hand. I blame all these out-of-towners coming over here from Emberdale and just whooping it up all hours of the day. Yeah, everyone's from... These guys are all from Emberdale. That's really cool. Maybe we can talk to the mayor one last time, but I think really all there is for us to do is just go. Getting Caraway back on his feet is what'll take to put a smile back on little Lavender's face. Then getting him back on his feet is what we'll do. After all, I can't rightly allow my boy to marry a girl whose mind is elsewhere now, can I? And once they are wed, I can finally cancel them debts of her poor father's. Seems to me that's the only way to get this little mess unraveled. Or just forgive the debt. Yeah, why can't he just cancel her debt without forcing her to marry his no-good son? I think I'm beginning to see where Dill gets his pettiness from. Come on, party, give me a hint. I don't know if we go yet. Because there's usually like some sort of a trigger. Oh, it's empty house. Asta picks up a weighty tone. Oh no, 101 things you didn't know about automata. Ever wish there was always someone waiting for you when you got home? Well, now there can be. Introducing the bachelor's best friend, the mechanical maid. This is the first town that seems to have a lot of connections with the other towns. Like, I'm seeing almost, like, every connection. Oh, Pamela over in Amberdale? She ain't just a fortune teller. She makes good potions, too. Usually with good old green thumbs herbs. And how come there's always folks a coming over there from them parts to buy more supplies? Maybe if I go out of the town and I try the party chat, they'll tell me something. Everywhere we go, there's always someone who wants us to run an errand for them. Can't these people do anything for themselves? Still, there's no use in moaning about it. Let's start looking for that medicine, eh? Okay, yeah, we gotta go to Emberdale, I guess. Which will be this way. Oh! Whoops. That's a zombie. Everybody... We should have maybe slept at the inn, but that's okay. Don't use magic. Ooh, that's a nice whip. We're starting to get a lot stronger here. Oh boy. Walked right into that. Yeah, the world is starting to expand. And I really like that. I think that's something that has been missing from a bit of the worlds in previous games is there wasn't that much interaction between the different towns. Like, at the closest we got would be like the locals who'd say, oh yeah, there's a town east of here, which is more a clue than anything. But in this case, like, there's a book talking about the automata. There is a guy from Emberdale here. We just heard about the fortune teller in Emberdale who deals in medicine, and we know that already. Like, it's really cool. Like, it really makes this seem like a living and breathing world. I guess we'll just follow the pathway here. I probably should be letting myself get into more fights here, to be honest with you. We need to get a bunch of money and XP and all that fun stuff, so better make sure to grab all that. I'm also very eager to get to Emberdale if I can, as soon as possible. There's no Emberdale here. Yeah, we are in a different island. It's kind of expecting to run into a boat or something. But alas, nothing. No boat or anything over here either. I still feel like we're missing a queue or something. Like there's someone we have to talk to before it'll really let us move on. Wait, now that I think about it, is the game asking us to travel to the other back in time point? It might be, actually, now that I think about it. It might be saying, like, go back to the pillars and go to a different point in time. Because oh, there's a cave here. But this is probably part of something different. If I were to guess. So the entrance to the cave is supposed to be... Oh, in the poison. Oh, there it is. Well, we could take a look out of curiosity. No harm in that. Gritty Grotto level 1. I would say probably for sure not where we're supposed to... Oh, I like that. They have to catch their heads. I say this is probably not where we're supposed to be. Right now. I'm going to say that we should maybe try... Everyone's okay, right? Because that's the only way we know for sure to get to Pamela is in the past. I think... Is that a chest I see in the far off distance? Sure looks like one. Oh, 300 coins. It's a shame you can't teleport in the past. It'd be really nice if we could. Now that I think about it, didn't that guy say that, like, something, like... I'm not sure. I think our best bet is to travel to the past in the other thingy, side place thing. They were kind of implying that both towns are on the same continent, but that's clearly not true because there's no volcano here. I'm back. Hey, Crystal. We were just heading back to the pillars because we need to go to Madame Pamela for some medicine. I'm gonna continue looking for that. It's gotta be there somewhere, but gotta comb through a lot of content. Okay. So we're looking for Emberdale. This links to Emberdale. Oh, makes sense too because these are red. Trying to find the clip but couldn't. Trying to look through past videos and watch the current stream now is slowing my connection anyways. I'll try more after the stream. Yeah, fair enough. Oh yeah, Emberdale on the map here we can see this is like... Sorry, this is Emberdale, right? Yeah, because Emberdale is directly beside this continent. So they are right beside each other. So I think we have to travel to this point in the past. Alright, Pamela. Pamela ma ding dong. Still have to run there, but that's okay. Not too worried about the enemies in this region. I think oh, they run away from us now. We're that strong. If they see us. Some of them do. Oh, I accidentally walked into that guy. Whoops. Oh well, we'll dispose of them quickly. Okay, yeah, they're at a point now they run away from us. That makes me feel really strong. That feels really cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Pamela, we have returned. It scares me when I'm approaching and like everything's like empty. Actually, I think it was in the inn, wasn't it? Oh no, here we are. Here she is. Hiya, Posta. Not seen you for a while. Your travelers are going smoothly, I take it? By the look on your face, I'd say maybe not, eh? Why don't you tell your Auntie Pamela all about it? Ah, this was the trick. This was what it... A rain that turned the folks to stone, eh? That's a right feisome curse, that is. Oh yeah, I'm really thinking her voice all wrong. Still, I have a concho in mind that should soften the lad up and get him back on his feet. I should have the ingredients back home and all. Let me go and take a look. Yeah, I think she lived near the inn. It was just by chance I walked in here. I didn't actually... That was lucky. Yeah, because I think she actually lives in here. Whoa, this kid's just storming away. Holy smokes, look at him go. Wow. No, it wasn't the inn. Shoot, where does Pamela live? Too many houses in this goddess-forsaken town. Oh, maybe it was here? Ah, yes, okay. Oh, hello. We haven't talked to you in a while. Hi up, and welcome to Pamela's. If it's powerful medicine and spot fortune-telling you're after, you've come to the right place. That prescription you asked for is ready. Give him this, and the lad'll be right as rain in no time flat. Here you go, take it. Oster receives Pamela's prescription. There we go. All me medicine special, of course, but that extra special. There's no doubt in my mind it'll do the trick. Now then, you'd better get going. No need to let that lad suffer any more than he needs to, eh? Thanks, Pamela. You are the best. This, I really, really am liking how this mission and sort of quest is playing out. It's really making the world feel big. It's making the world feel alive. It's playing off of knowledge I already know. Makes me feel strong because I get to watch all the monsters go away. This is really well planned out. It's a shame it's such a long walk back. Oh, missed it. Okay, so now we need to return back because this needs to be given to Caraway. So here's Caraway. I don't know why I find it really cool just to have someone there who says oh yeah, I'm from this place that you were at a long time ago. It's really? That's awesome. I'm gonna go there right now. Not as many monsters in this area, I've noticed. They kind of can modify their encounter rate by just how many monsters spawn, which I think is kind of cool. Okay, made it to this town. Oh! Straight into a cutscene, apparently. There you all are. I knew today was... What? Hold on. I just knew today was the day. I've been here since dawn waiting for y'all to show up. Now, pardon me for cutting to the chase, but I gotta ask, did you get that there miracle medicine from Caraway? For Caraway? At least here they are more specific on where you need to go and to find the item you need, unlike earlier when the holy water from... Getting the holy water from Pike, when the only clue was a raggy old dump or whatever it was. Could have been anywhere. Yeah. We got lucky and stumbled onto that one pretty quickly, but I did need to get a clue from Crystal Time here. Oh, he got it. Got the moment of realization. Okay, wait, you got the video part and timestamp. May I post a link with a timestamp? Yes, you definitely can. I spent 20 minutes looking. Oof. Oh, thank you kindly. I just knew I could count on you. All right, here it is. Let me see it. Let me see this. For an hour in? Yeah, this is just about an hour in part 10. Oh boy, there's only one part after this. Did I really realize that late into the game? Is this the dungeon, where you, or is this like the dragon dungeon? Like where you're trying to get the orbs? It's the pyramid with the dragon orb? Oh, okay. Wait. Do you know what exactly the time was? I think the timestamp's a little off. Back it up a little bit. One hour, 2 minutes, and some seconds. Oh, okay. Hang on, I'm almost there. Not me guzzling down coffee. I was thinking that too. Okay. Yeah, because the timestamp takes it to about like almost exactly 1 hour. Oh yeah, it's just after I finish like chugging down the coffee. It's at like 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 7 or 8 seconds. Oh, man. Oh, no. I love that. I'm sitting there like, my theory is, oh yeah, Dr. Agon's probably the dragon because the Zenithians don't recognize him. No. His name is literally Dragon. Oh, man. That's, oh, that's something. Well, actually, I learned today, I've just got a bad habit of missing things right in front of my face. I was at the grocery store, and I was with Calypso. We were looking for some minced garlic. And we're in the area we thought it could be. Couldn't find it anywhere, but there's a guy loading up one of the shelves with whatever in like on like one of those like fridge shelves. And I say to him, like, or we go up and it's like, excuse me, do you know where the minced garlic is? And he looks at us completely confused and dumbfounded and points like directly in front of us on the shelf where the minced garlic is. So it was pretty embarrassing. I think we just have a hard time with things that are right in front of our faces, apparently. Alright, I better go tell Lavender the good news. I'll meet y'all at Caraway's bedside in a minute or two. He's walking away slowly. Thanks, Tristan. I tried finding the clip. Of course, I was looking through the video 9 of the series. You rightfully were looking through video 9. I think I either watched the VOD that night or was lurking in that stream because I remember vaguely where it was. Okay. Yeah, that... Jeepers. Okay. So I'm going to stay at the inn here, and then we're going to make a save, and I'm actually going to call the stream here for tonight on account of it being midnight for me and work tomorrow and all that. But this is a pretty fair stopping point because we know exactly where we are and what we need to do next. We need to go... I think we need to go to his house. Actually, it was a little unclear. Either we need to go to his house or we need to go find Lavender and tell her. But one or the other, we have to do that. Let me actually... we have a good enough idea. Thanks for the streams. Okay, see you next Dragon Quest stream. Yes, I will see you both in the next one. I probably won't be able to stream, honestly, until the weekend. Next 2 days are pretty busy for me, but we'll see. Anyways, yeah, thank you. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. I will definitely see you in the next stream. Have a good one.